All right, turn to spoon to get your information. Turn to spoon to be informed about what's happening in and around Monrovia, Liberia. Good evening to you. Good evening to all of our listeners from Liberia. And good morning, good afternoon to all of our listeners from the diaspora. I'm going to tell you what is happening in Africa. This is how I'd like to welcome you to the Wednesday's edition of the Spoon Talk. And today promises to be great as usual. The host of Panelists are going to be up sooner to discuss issues affecting the nation, the nation's capital, and the nation as a whole. Well, my name is Rosemary Makiva. I'm your producer for the night. And we are live on Spoon TV on YouTube, Spoon TV on Facebook, Fabric, and Super TV as well. We're also live on Spoon 107.5, Fabric 101.1, and Voice of Liberia 104.1 FM. So to those of you who are watching, before I go to give you a gist of what's happening in Liberia and go to the phone lines for What's on Your Mind segment, let me recognize a few people, a few persons who are watching via the live on the internet. We have Royce Draper. He's watching from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, USA. Welcome to the broadcast. We have Sam People. He's also watching. Olivia Dakwi is watching from Anchor, Lower Virginia. We have Siliki Traore. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Who's also watching. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to the broadcast. We have Edwin Dolo. He's watching from Nimba. Okay, he's from Nimba County. He's watching from GSA Road, Painesville. Okay, let me go down. We have Nathaniel K. Hill, who's always watching. Welcome to the broadcast. We have Samuel Kofi Woods Jr. He's watching as well. Tutman Snawolo is watching from Margibi County. Christine Peters Alves is watching from Enola, PA. I assume that's Philadelphia. We have Barbara Barbie Childs is watching. Good evening to you. J. Exodus Pacinian. Good evening and welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Nathaniel Pay. He's watching from Ganta City, Nimba County. James Etta Yasa Kokolo. Good evening to you. Welcome to the broadcast. We have Dede Newville who's watching from North Carolina. Fred Nimley is watching. Good evening to you. Welcome to all of you. Merritt Shea, who's watching from MD USA. Welcome to the broadcast. So to our major, few of our major happenings, whenever I start the show, I always like to give a gist about what's happening in Liberia. Not all of the news that's going around Liberia, but just a few, a few important ones. And I have two here for tonight. And the first one says Civil Service Agency Director General Josiah Jokai has announced that all civil servants must sign a new national non-disclosure agreement by June 1, 2026, or risk being removed from payroll. And the policy is set to begin May 1, aimed at protecting sensitive government information, tightening discipline, and improving professionalism across the public sector. Officials said workers who fail to comply could also face dismissal after a grace period. Well, that's it there. Josiah Chokai is saying that beginning June 1, 2026, all civil servants, they are going to sign a non-disclosure agreement or risk losing their jobs. And lastly here, Central Bank of Liberia has proposed a printing of Liberia 79 billion, according to Front Page Africa, in a new Liberian dollars notes between 2026 to 2030. To tackle severe cash shortages, replace damaged currency, and support rising demand in the economy. CBL Executive Governor Henry F. Samoa said the bank also wants to introduce a new Liberia 2000 note to ease large transactions and reduce the volume of cash in circulation. So that's it there. So it's a proposed thing that for between 2026 to 2030, 79 billion Liberian dollars they're proposing that it is it should be printed to help to tackle shortages, to take up the old notes from the market, the tune up notes from the market, and also they want to introduce the 2000 note. As we have the 1000, the notes, they want to introduce the 2000 note. Well, those are the two main information that I have here for you. I'm sure our CEO and his host of Panelists, they're going to come up with more information that the country needs to know. Now we will go to our phone lines for our What's on Your Mind segment. The segment where you get to call in and tell us what's on your mind, what you want your lawmaker to know, what you want the president to know. So you can put in your calls to 0777 771075 0555 101075. I already have my phone line buzzing. Let's go to our Lone Star line. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening. I'm Alvin Johnson calling from Dupo District 4.
Hi, Alvin. Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
You see, today God revealed something to the world. Because all you president and Liberia president went to Guinea. And the information we're getting from several foreign minister. Because they generally ask the question, you sure? And you agree the land belongs to Guinea. They want to fight over in Saudi. So I show the issue of Yeke Koruba and the land issue. That's a fact. They need to be careful. The government need to take time how to deal with people. So when people have information, your job is to give the country the clear information that they want to hear. But not to leave it and be running behind suspension. Because when the OKSA family went to that border, they make Jura Jordan scary. Say, oh, you're not going out of the poor kidnap. You're kidnapped for what? Because they never wanted the public to interview those people. Because when Jordan go interview people, they will get credible information to work. But instead of that, they put fear in them. They ask the aid to say, oh, you're going out in a water here. So you're going to catch your straight report for ransom. And what the government did. So that one of the things that on my mind, the next issue that on my mind is the $3.4 million well that the president being rehab. Because you can't come out to say that well there for the Barker Foundation. We all know the Barker Foundation, the taxpayer they get at the club there. They will not keep left there at night. But today they are paying $3.5 million well. I think that well is going to get living room. The biggest well ever in Liberia history. So that's the second thing that on my mind.
All right, thank you very much.
The government should take time with the citizen. The government should get all the information we need to hear. If they learn for Guinea, the government should come out and tell us, they learn your house only, not for us.
Thank you very much for calling. Let's go to our orange line. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, madam. My name is Levi and I'm sending the practice.
All right, let's hear you, Levi.
Thank you. Why is my mind is that to be our lawmaker? Our lawmaker. With the election, the key no block community no station they show us that anything they discuss here us, they will start buying the community before they will have say on it. But since they went out us, the removal of Salati Sofa, the removal of data Koruba, even the $20 they are not seeing any of them. They say what they promise or the only thing they're fighting forward for their step. So if police want to not come and do this, come back to the district and community to come and tell us to be able to see retreat. But let me get one thing. So for the non-law maker, so far for the non-law maker, like stand out in business law, you can call it that of fanatic so far and just applying the law of this country. And living in the pocket of Mr. President. So now, most of you will not go buying our house. I can promise you people, because you're so fast. All the things you're not doing nothing like that. You're only there for you people and your family. But this is a habit for every one of you. One of these days you start visiting to your home. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Let's go to our Lone Star line. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Malapu from Bagivi County.
Malapu, let's hear you.
The thing that in my mind is that you got some panelists on that show, they can lie too much.
Okay.
They can lie because they party all the things that they passing through. Who is a Joseph Buma Bwaka? They just lying on him talking about he called the Liberian people door. The party he said we could not even know the book. We understood it, but they're talking about the party say the Liberian people are door. So for that reason, tomorrow, go put nothing for it.
All right, Malapu. Okay, Malapu. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, my sister. This is my car, and I'm a member of the Concerned Liberian for Justice. I have the Guinea Liberian border issue on my mind. We are chasing Yeke, expelling him from the house because he said he told him that the land for Guinea. So now Yeke is expelled. So where is the land now? Who owns the land? Because up to present, as we speak, the citizens of other communities, they have protected 3 towns and villages are still empty. The people cattle, the people were making farm, the people chicken, and everything they left it, they run away. Nothing we hearing from our government. So we own the land. And the very man that escorted, the very president that escorted our own president to Conakry, the Salvadorian president, we are seeing videos circulating today. The minister is telling us that they have considered to give the land issue they have between them and Guinea and Latin, where the Guinean arrested some Salvadorian soil, that it is clear that plot of land is for Guinea and not for Sierra Leone. So it's that the discussion that took place between our president, the Salvadorian president, and the Guinean president, and our own president don't want to tell us the truth? Let us tell us what is happening about the whole land between Liberia. Because the Guineans are still our land. They did not tell us anything, but yet they are chasing. So, quickly to the money, the money they put need to be fair to us. So we have 48 billion. The last portion of that money was brought into this country by the Bwaka government. So if they want to print 79 billion new Liberian banknotes, they're supposed to tell us how much of that money stay on the market, how much is destroyed, because they say some of the money are tier. We are the ones that use the money. We're not seeing no tier money. That much, only few $200 and a $50 you can see is muted. But all the other money are still in good condition.
Okay, so thank you very much.
If we're spending new money, let us tell us what we got on the market, how much of the market that still money that still in circulation, because they are bringing new money to dump it all up. Because it will increase our hardship, the UN rate will go up. So it will be fair to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling. Let's go to the next caller. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah. My name is Eddie B. from Chicken Sufazi, member of the Concern of Justice.
All right, let's hear you.
You see, sister, let me just tell you something. Oh, God, tell me, say he the one who the whole of MTA. We just call it on the CEO to place people in Chicken Sufazi behind the MTA.
Okay.
I can tell you it will not be easy. We call the CEO once he's from Chicken Sufazi, especially for behind MTA. It will not be easy. What the guy can say, nothing since before he say only lane. So it will not be easy. And last day, look, sister, what is going on in our country is just disappointing that people calling all doors. Is the president referring to all our door? Where are we heading to, sister? We so disappointed in this president that people bring all those that bring the president against all. God will put us in. Thank you for the opportunity, sister.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is William D. and I call from Carisburg.
All right, let's hear you, William.
Yeah, you know, this issue of land, I just want the Liberian people to know because this has been in court for a very long time. When it comes from Black Gina coming all the way to Nizo Junction, those places, that entire places is our property. We have been in court, we have gone to court, we have won the case, we told the people that they should try to leave that place, but they have not done it. We just wanted to understand that this government will know that will prevail and that will begin demolition very soon.
All right.
From Black Gina in Jacobtown all the way down to Nizo Junction. That's the first thing on my mind.
All
The
right.
second thing on my mind is that this issue of the land that Yeke Koluba has been expelled from the House of Representatives. How far is it? Because if this man was expelled because he said if the land is for the Guineans, let them have their land, and for that reason he was charged for treason, then why are the Guineans still occupying the very land we're talking about? If it is for Liberians, then should we always be in diplomacy and then we can't get anything from that? If Liberians can prove, the government can prove now that Yeke is wrong for what he said, then the Guineans should be out of that place and Liberia should take back their territory. But up to current, things are still the same. So I don't know why they just concocted this.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much. Let's go to the Lone Star line. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening. This is Oscar Zigben calling from Pastor Nima County.
All right, Oscar, let's hear you.
Yeah, what all my man has to do with the economy of this country? My sisters, only we Liberians can build this country. But we have seen over the years the Pakistanians and the Indians come in this country and open stores, shop all over in the corner, in the center of the city, selling goods, retail, I said that selling wholesale. Retail, I said that selling wholesale. So we want to call upon the reputable government. The reputable institutions are responsible for this thing. Nobody, no Liberian will go to Indians or Pakistan and open store to sell goods, retail, and wholesale. It's very giving we the Liberians, business people giving tough time to us. We have been seeking it over and over, and the government is not taking it. We are calling upon the reputable institutions to take stand because we get on the street, we say all the business people, they are closed all their businesses in Gamta or all in Liba because the Indians and the Pakistanis are giving out. We Liberians are not doing no good business. So we are called upon the government to intervene.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
You know I will now come and for security. This is the Spoon Evan Chief Security.
Oh, okay.
I tell you, thank you so much, Omar. You continue your job. You shouldn't be intimidated. Liberian people are just what we are. Those who are making sure that we Liberians will understand as to we are really country. These are the kind of people who talk evil thing about. You shouldn't be afraid. Do your job.
Okay.
The other time I told you, I said, give my name to the my number to the CEO. You told me you were going to give it.
Yes. So the thing there is when you were calling, I have other calls coming in, so it's difficult for me to have your number. It's difficult for me to see your number on the screen because as you're talking, other calls are in.
So can I text you?
Yes, just text this number.
Okay. So continue your job, man. No problem. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, let's go to our Lone Star line. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, hello. Eric I'm calling from District 6, Maserado County. The income makeup number 6 come October 2029.
Okay, okay.
Now, what on my mind is this? Oh, you see, I don't really know. This government is so crafty to the extent that they talk about printing 79 billion. The essence of that money is, is for the campaign. The money they refuse, to release in this country. They only have money, they only allocate money to be taking a friend lawmaker, and they did not tell you what really happening in this country. That what they want to print that 79 billion. And the next thing I really want
to
ask the
proof
CEO,
of that accusation?
I want to ask the CEO, hello?
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, how far is that case gone? Because CEO was sentenced for 3 years in prison. And up to now, what is going to be on the show? The FCC America are forgetting, about what happened, so myself, I'm confused. So I want when the CEO come to net on the show, then you please for me, I beg.
Okay. Or you can make your research. Anyways, thank you for calling. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening to Spoon FM family and good evening to my peace-loving people of the Republic of Liberia and good evening to you, dear.
Hello, Alfonso. How are you?
My name remain constant. Alfonso, my beautiful, oriented evening. No, sis, Marie is so laughable. And what do I mean? Hendren S. Tambora and that of Josiah Joka and President Joseph Numa Boakai we don't know what they are heading to. They seem to be a cohesion. Okay, let me speak on the because there are still kind of issues, and I will explain it bit by bit. Basically, first of all, foremost, let me speak on the issue of the printing of the new Liberian banknotes to be in circulation of our economy. It will not be in English. What do I mean? After John Weir have left the balance door in the bank, they have eaten those money. They have decided to go and reprint 79 billions, wherein Liberia will not feel the impact of the money on the economy. It will not be in circulation on our market.
And also the proposed amount is 79 billion.
This way, reserve the balance one for 2029 election, and they will say DBT. Okay, I go to Josiah Joker on the issue. How can you tell him or be to go to work and then they are seeing a lot of disenchantment or grievances? They don't speak on those things as if in the society. That seems to be bad on the CSA director Josiah Joker.
Okay, thank you, Alfonso.
It's necessary. And Josiah, it's not bad for Liberian to vote you to 2023.
Thank you, Alfonso. Thank you very much. Let's go to our phone lines. Let's go to this caller. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening to my own family. There's a Paco calling from United Party Election Bureau.
All right, let's hear you.
Somebody came the opportunity. Look, let me tell the Liberian people. Because finding everything, they call first. Call say for me for no compare no me. This government. And not yet to cheat on any Liberian. We all got to pray for the nation. They try today. We got to pray. The Queen you can't wait you for every Liberian to progress of father. I hope on Facebook all the children they carrying that. The president call people to is a lie, is a parable. But there's a lot of the woman of parable, you leave it. To attract children that you will speak, how is going to speak to children? Liberian, you can't say level power. Damage your country, our resources. My kids, the Eugene Uncle, the tour, etc. They took our money in it. The theater, you could come or if I pay money too different and where the money go. The government is trying to screen. Take out the people take away and talk all about it. Now to come back to power.
Okay.
So we cannot printing money for election. Election will speak for yourself. When Jeremy Michel come here again, you can all type of things say you are not working, you are taking pay. So you see as a process sign called federal government ministry. All
right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so if you're watching and you want to put in your calls, I'm sorry we do not have the WhatsApp line for our international listeners or watchers, but you can just put in what's on your mind in the comment section, and I'm going to read it out. For those who are listening and can put in their calls, 0777 771075 0555 101075. Let's go back to the phone lines until we can have the CEO and his host of Panelists coming up. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Copper Thomas and I call from Brazil.
All right, Thomas, let's hear you.
Yeah, so this issue of the land, I mean, not the land, but the road. Our president Joseph Young Walker left the road that George Weah has begun or continue the construction or the building of the road from Monrovia going to the southeast. So why they did not complete that road, they're taking another road to give it to a linear contractor. So is it because he has this connection with Sierra Leone, so everything should be with Sierra Leone? So why they couldn't end the road going to Maryland County? They had to leave it. Even the road going to
the road is being done. We were just on the road when we went Grangie. That the road is being done. The road is as far as Tapeta.
So is it the reason why you decide not to bring this 79 billion so that all of you can put some in your pocket? Joseph Walker is looking for a way now to knock on now for goods. 79 billion? Y'all accuse Joe we are of 16 billion, then they bring in 79 billion. What is the money for? Where all the money coming to go? That's just a way of stealing from the Liberian people. And God will really punish people.
Okay.
Yes, even someone will die with their eye open. And it'll go to hell 15 times.
Oh wow. Anyways, thank you very much for calling. Let's go to the next caller. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Chokan calling from Debbie.
All right, Chokan, let's hear you.
Yeah. My concern had to do Why, when the president is going, all the minister and director can follow him? Eh? Why the minister and director can follow him? The only person that making case for like brother, the foreign affairs minister that can talk alone with herself. So the president should be traveling before the other minister then go. Why they can go outside there and make their own case? Why they have to talk with the president? Eh? So the president have resources they are nothing for what? Why they can their own? The free service trying of test. And the other minister then soon as the president traveling, other than that don't behind. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's go to our Lone Star line. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Mide Kaze. I'm calling you from the
All right. Let's hear you.
I have two things on my mind very fast.
Okay.
Yeah, recently I appealed to the international community not to allow any government officials to go abroad for treatment. We all should be taking treatment here. So maybe they say taking only, and now I'm still coming back that any money, if they get money for laboratory, 30 million, then they can do they say they take a role, they detain all the laboratory government. But if they get, we only hear the money in library and just 3 billion grand, but we can't see any impact. So I want the international community, if they get anything for us, then they can do they say they do it, they turn it over to or then they go back.
Okay. Thank you very much. I don't think it works like that, but okay. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening.
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you. This is the board of Elijah Nouveau Bonin. I joined the conversation this evening from station number 6, Moserado County.
All right. What's on your mind?
Thank you. My attention has been tuned to the travel of the president. And I think when the president is traveling, he's going on a mission for the country. And as such, he should go alone. Why would the president be traveling and then he carry that huge jetty here? And I think it is burdensome for the country because the president don't have his own flight that he's using. And he was paying money. And ministers are going along with the president. I have to say they were the one who has invited. We say no, it is costly. So I think the minister of foreign affairs have to make move on their own, so that they can speak on behalf of the country rather than following the president whenever the president is traveling. I think it is costly, and I think they have to reduce such plan. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Hey, Rosemary, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I see Wilfred Bangura on. He went back. I dare him come on, Rosemary. They brought down with questioning accordingly. You know him? I hear in this. No, but I heard that. I heard that they changed his rider, right? They gave new styling, everything. Everybody could do well for this for the MDR former chairman, though. Do you know him, Rosemary? You know him?
Yeah, I know him.
Oh, you know him?
But not personally. Not personally.
No, I'm not saying personally. I said, but you know of him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to say who you know personally. For me, I don't care who you know personally, who you don't know. And let me see whether it will pick up, and then we'll see how we bring him on. But a lot happened to that. I heard that President Braga left the country. Hey, JMB. Where are we coming from? Wilfred, come on now. But come on, let me see you. Let me deal with you according to the law. I will deal with it out today. So what President Braga left the country for? All right, what President Braga left the country for? Rosemary.
Yes, sir.
What's the update?
So from my end, I only have like 2 updates with Josiah Jokai and Central Bank of Liberia.
Okay, send me that update, man. Central Bank trying to play Cali where they put money. I will call President Braga and ask him why he left the country for a while. I will call him. I will send a text message. I will call Jeremiah too myself. I will call him. Say, Jeremiah, are you in charge? Who in charge? Oh, that same people are in charge. I'm a man. I will call Semi.
So according to the executive mansion, he has departed.
But I need that one man to receive the African Peace Award. African Peace Award. From there, he got to go eat some pepper color at Raw Island. He got to visit Johnny family people and visit family people. He got arrested because Senator not beat on him too much. Then from there he go back. Then he will call Senator and say, my nephew, why you beat you on me? And are you bring in the government? Why you get the fell, man? I said, Papa, you got to do the right thing. You know, that's how I like it, right? I beat on Joseph Boy, I beat on you. You got to do the right thing. You know, wait, listen. And I see Bangura in the back. What Bangura want to say again? Bangura is a flip-flopper. Bangura and flip-flop all day. Now the man going back to MDR. Bangura, why you decide to go back to MDR? I ready to interview you. We got another 25 minutes on the show, just you and myself. Oh, we got Rosemary here as well. We want to know why you went back. No, you're not sitting in the back. Stay on. I beg you, Mama. Stay on. But welcome to the show. But why you went back to MDR? What's the main reason? Let's talk before Jacob Jala then come. Because you know they got don't let your business, say you left the party. What was the main reason you went back to MDR? I mean, we're not hearing you. They got something on button to call unmute. Use your unmute button.
Okay, I have done that.
I mean, don't speak no Siri about. Forget about that. Okay. Be like Liberian people all the time. Say, okay. Who hearing that? Okay, my man. Don't do that thing no other.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So why you went back to MDR? Why you went back to MDR?
It is always a good thing to go back home. Always remember.
So why you left home? Why you left home?
Well, you leave home sometimes for adventures. You leave home sometimes for excursion. But you will always remember that no matter how far you travel away from home, always find the opportunity to go back home because there's work for you to do there. So
did you go back because you don't want to be persecuted? Your name was down on the paper at the Commerce Ministry. You and this lady, Mawani Dees and Joseph Tay and all of them. You Joseph Howard rather. You went back because you were backing. I heard that you were backing Jeremiah Kun Chief and you're picking. Please take my name for that thing. I get money for a lawyer. Is that the reason why you went back home? Because they were going to persecute you for investment at the Ministry of Commerce? Is that the reason you went back home?
That information, Stanton, about begging, about the VP doesn't even work for the courts. Assuming that is the case, you know the VP doesn't work for the courts, and you know that the courts is a whole separate branch of government. And also you know that nobody is above the law. And that if I am caught by the courts or by Arab at any time, I am not above the law. I'm going to make myself available. If I'm asked any question about anything, I'm going to say what I know. So you heard the press conference.
So are you the government witness in this big trial that coming against Mawani Diggs, the former commerce minister? Will you be represented? Will you be there, as witness for the government? Because you serve as deputy minister now.
I have not been called about that, but if I am called, I'm going to be willing to say what I know. I'm going to be keen to speak the truth. Anytime I'm caught, I'm going to make myself available.
So what's the truth? Were there investment were there corruption? Were there stealing at the Ministry of Commerce?
Certain, I have not conducted any investigation. So
when you were there, did you see any misappropriation? You serve as deputy for administration, right? What was your title at Commerce Ministry?
No, but I was for administration. But
everything went through you. Everything went through you.
I did not conduct. Everything went through me. I had a boss. I had a boss.
No. But you must have seen everything as deputy minister for administration. You are dealing with the whole HR, part of the financial sector, everything. Something you know. Why your name was on the list and they removed your name? Why?
I do not have any information about that. But if my name was there, you heard the list being read. And you listen clearly to the press conference. And at this stage, I am not inclined to speak to matters that are before the courts or matters that are before Arab. If I'm caught, I'm going to make my side clear. I mean, I'm going to speak to what I know. So I'm not going to speculate. We all heard the press conference and we heard the names that were being read. So I am not going to get involved into any speculative or fishing expedition. Like I said earlier on, if there is anything appertaining to me that I will have to reveal myself, I'm not above the law, neither is anybody above the law. So I'm a citizen of the country. I serve the state in the public sector. I should be accountable. So at any time I'm caught, I'm going to make myself available.
So Dr. welcome to the show. We got to be that way. Let her in pink. I got pink. She got pink. Got trouble there today, my people. I got pink shirt, you know. And listen, this is a good day. It's raining. But we're in nuclear time when we're sleeping and rain hitting the zinc. It made to go to bed fast and sad. You're hitting it, but over here no zinc, so we don't hear no clack. We have, maybe you hear the rain. But it's something about we in pink today. Real men wear pink. I wear pink today because Jose Imabaya come to America. But Bagura, I get back to you, Bagura. This is very important. And I'm happy that we're here early, and I have to grade you because I missed the opportunity when you appeared the very first day here. Your panelists will spoon you in our chat room. But man, it's like when you questioned by asset recovery on these allegations, were you questioned?
Yes, I was invited twice to come along with my lawyer, and I did. I visited them in June last year and sometime in November, I can recall. And I wrote what I knew. I wrote my point of view of what I knew based on the questions, and that was it. And I have not been contacted yet, but I was invited twice by Arab to come in and give some information based on what I knew.
So, Dr. Richardson, let me bring you in. I know your work, but this is very important. We're going to have this, our own segment. Nobody going to kind of interrupt us. We got 18 more minutes. Then from there, we're going to talk about our program today. But I'm so happy. I hope, that Wilfred Bangura, internet will not go off because, they upgraded his internet. Jeremiah sent people there. They gave him new router and new styling. So he's fresh like money. Look at the man fresh like new money, right? He going back home. He's a prodigal son here, right? But I got a lot of questions for him. So, Dr. Richardson, what do you think? We are talking about commerce and why our brother Bangura name wasn't on the list. Oh, no, it was there, but they removed it.
So, I just want to start by saying you look great in pink. Yes, thank you. And I want to say hi to Rosemary McKeever. A strong woman can wear her hair or not wear her hair. Bangura, hi, how are you? I can't hear you, but it's okay.
Yeah, I have to block him. I mean, mute him because we get bad feedback when you open your mic. So we answer you and we have to mute ourselves.
That's true. I mean, Stanton, my view on this is I just want to thank Bangura. He has a lot of thing on his plate. He has to be will be called to court, as he says here, and I think he thought it wise that he wasn't going to be able to do the things that he wants to do. So he was able to minimize his plate, and I just want to thank him for that. Thank you, Bangura, for being able to avoid CMC or any other political party getting into this big political mess that's going on, and then you're going to clear your plate and make sure that you address, the issues at hand. As Stephen talked about it, but I have nothing much to add to this. I just wish you well. I hope that all of this unfolds, as it should, in the best interest of the people, which I'm sure you're gonna work towards that to be able to serve the Liberian people. So that's what I have to say, Stanton. Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Richardson, thank you for being Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us. Let me continue my question. But Bangura, I want to share something, right? It's very important for us to get it, though. You met the asset recovery red group. They asked you a lot of questions. They investigated you. Some of the things circle around the ministers and the other deputies, right? But how can you explain to the Liberian people why your name was on the list but later removed? What do you know?
Sultan, I do not have that information you have. I've not been privy to it. What I know is that I visited Arab twice. I went there with my lawyer. I was asked some questions. I answered those questions to the best of my knowledge possible. And that was that. So the information that you have that my name vanished from a list is an information that I do not have. So you have that information. So I cannot speak to that.
So you don't have any information that your name was on the final list that was presented to the court, the indictment? You have nothing?
I heard the press conference. The names were called by Councillor Martin, and so that is what I know.
Oh wow! So, you care to tell us about the charges and some of the reason why we are here when we talk about the rest subsidy, almost $28 million, and the money 1.8 million for rural women. You know, what you know about that money? You worked there. You were part of the transfer and the paid out. Did you take part in the disbursement of that money?
Sultan, I know that this is not an investigation, so I wouldn't be inclined to make any comments going forward on this matter.
Okay. You're a smart guy. You're a smart guy. But you know about the money, right? You have heard of it, right?
Sultan, I heard about it, and because I work there, so I heard about that. And, you know, so like I said to you, what I know about what, at the appropriate forum, when I'm called by the appropriate body, I would be inclined to say what I know. I don't think this is inappropriate.
No, I know. I'm not trying to push you. What I'm trying to gather is that were you part of the operation when people went out there to disburse the money? Were you part of it?
There are many videos out there. You will see me disbursing checks to market women, to rural women farmers. I recall that I was with the former Vice President, Joe Howard Taylor. I was with Senator Edwin Snow in Bumi with the Cassava Women Project. I was representing the minister. I was in Nimba County with the Marketing Association team in Nimba in Ganta. I was representing the Minister of Commerce. So I was designated. I was asked by her to represent her and make these checks written to these various organizations. So it was a public event, and these checks were given to them in the name of the government through the Minister of Commerce and Industry. So the information is all out there. People who followed that, and so I mean this is public knowledge. So you know I was essentially representing the minister in giving some of those checks out to those groups, various groups.
So so the money in question, you are confirming that some of those checks were paid out directly by you. So the money in question then is that the money was paid. The money was paid by you. Therefore, you testify that yes, you participated in the disbursement. Correct?
So my testimony is with Arab. You can get to Arab and get your reporter to confirm what I just said, but my testimony is there. So I said what I knew and what role I played.
Did you give up blank checks?
I do not have that information.
Did you give up blank checks?
No, I do not have that information. And for the record, I have stated that I don't think I am inclined to make further comments on this matter because I think it's still under active investigation.
Yeah, the question is about blank check. The man, did you hear about blank checks that were given out by some of the ministers?
This matter is under investigation. I would not like to.
All right, so I shouldn't push you. Let me put this up. This is what we're about to read, right? Dr. Richardson, I think this is it. We will be going through this gradually, right? And if you look on this list, let me zoom in quickly. Let me zoom in. As you can see, it's very clear that that they are talking about Mawani Dix, former Minister of Commerce, Wilfred Bangura. Your name is there. This is an indictment record. Crime, theft of property, economic sabotage, misapplication. Okay, let me zoom in on my phone to read it better. Theft, misapplication of entrusted property, and criminal conspiracy. They have 4 crimes, 4 charges that you guys were indicted on. Your name is number 2, Deputy Minister for Administration. So, did you see this? Bangura, did you see this?
Like I said, that is with the courts, so I wouldn't want to comment on that. I have been advised to refrain from making.
When you call, yeah, I understand. When you call by the court,
sometimes I wouldn't make further comment on that.
No, when you call by the court, I just asked you when you call by the court. Okay, all right. No, I mean I respect that. I don't want to, I don't want to push it.
So, like I said, I wouldn't want to make further comments on that. I've been advised not to make further comments on this matter because it's with the courts.
And I respect that. And that's why it's good that you spoke panelists. But let me put this up again that Rich is saying. Maybe you want to add 1 or 2 cents, right? They're saying that in Republic of Liberia, by and through the Ministry of Justice and Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force are plaintiff, right? Versus Mawani Dix, Wilfred Bangura, Gudijia Nouvel, Joseph Howe, Keba Morgan, Elizabeth Sambula, Josephine Helmful Greaves, Kamon Babo. And the number 2 man on the list is Winfred Bangura, right? Let me put this one up. Look what it's saying there. They say Republic of Liberia writ of search and seizures. This is important. Let me put this up first. This is important right here. Writ of search and seizure is right there, right? They're saying that Republic of Liberia to Major Austin Senavola Sheriff, Moserato County, Republic of Liberia. You are hereby commanded to move into the described premises, homes of the below named defendant, search for, arrest the defendant, seize the described property or properties herein named below, and bring them to this honorable court for prosecution. Name Mawani Dix, Wilfred Bangura, Joseph Yadu Howe, Elizabeth Finna Sambula, and Kevin Morgan. That Richardson, what say you? They won't get in people.
The only thing I can say is thank God I didn't start the show with you because you tend to pick on me when we start the show. So Wilfred, thank you for coming early with Stanton so you guys can talk other issues. But as I said to you, even though you brand me as the Holy Mother or whatever you said, Wilfred has a lot of things to discuss with the court system in the interest of the Liberian people. Like he said that he can discuss some of the things. It baffles me with Wilfred. I love having you on the show, but I wouldn't even make myself publicly available because of, you never know what somebody can ask you. So that's my recommendation, but it's up to you as to what, how you want to handle this. Because anytime someone can ask you these questions, or anybody on the show can ask you these questions, people can make feedback, and what you say could be used against you or for you. So, but you're here. So, it's great having you. For example, I want to know, but I will understand if you don't answer it. Why was your name removed? Because I think I heard Stanton say something about your name being removed on the original indictment. I just want to know why. But
that Richardson, you need to stop. That Stanton said that Richardson is right here. Yes, the indictment. That what you said Stanton said is Wilfred name is right here. Number 2, Wilfred Bangura. How can you say yes, Stanton said this is the indictment? These are the document. Then you are saying Takalika Stanton said that Richardson. I mean, we love Wilfred on the show, but it will not stop us from asking the hard question, putting him on the hard seat. And this is what we do on Spoon. If Wilfred say he want to explain because I respect it, I will not incriminate Wilfred yet. That's his right to plead the fifth.
I understand that, Stanton, but of course, like I said to him, Liberian people want to know. They will keep on, how to put it. They be typing and asking plenty questions and stuff like that. But it's up to him. I know you respect that, but and I respect you if you don't want to answer the question either. That's fine. We can move on with that. But are we opening now? I have other things to talk about. But
no, we're not opening. We're saying John said that Richardson. I know you want to talk about that. Maybe bring in Jacob Jala. We're not opening. No, I told Wilfred I was going to put him on the high seat because I missed him on his first day. So I know you want to be quiet on that. Let me bring in Jacob. Jacob, welcome to the show, right? And thank you for intruding, Jacob. Thank you for intruding. We got Wilfred Bangura here. It's very important because a lot of people about Stanton. You got Wilfred on the. You're not being fair. They blame me. To tell you the truth, right? So no, you cannot bring Whitford on the show and these ain't no things happening. You got to make sure Whitford clear the air. And I respect Whitford, whether he plead the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 10th, whatever plea the man plead, that's fine. What say you, Jacob? These are some things, big things that we need to discuss. Okay, the man name is there. They said they might arrest the man, right? The man is number 2, Wilfred Bangura. They said my arresting, the must search his property, search everything. There you go, Wilfred. They said crime and something. Let me read it from my phone. It's just not too clear. But what say you, Jacob? Mr. Bangura is here.
Yes, Mr. Bangura is on the hot seat today. I was on the hot seat the other day, and Dr. Richie was there. So, yeah, Mr. Bangura is on the hot seat. I think he's drinking a lot of water. This is spoon talk. No, but I think, yeah, I saw that document too. I've been following, and then the arrest thing. I think my quick question would be, I don't know whether Bangura will endeavor to answer. I wanted to ask a particular question around the dates, for example. I see there the document you posted not too long ago. I saw, I think, April 7th. And then Bangura's, okay, April 7th on the court arrest and seizure. And then his resignation, I think, around the same 7 or around the same 8, you know, around that same period. I was wondering if you dare to answer the question whether he has this situation had anything to do with his resignation from the CMC. Was there any connection with that?
It absolutely didn't. I think it was just a mere coincidence, but it absolutely has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, because I think to be honest, whether it's a conspiracy theory or not, is abound that that you Bangura was like hurried to resign from the CMC on the back of the fact that some kind of negotiation was in the background with the MDR people with VP Kun to say, look, my man, you got to get out of that Musa ability thing effective immediately, otherwise we're going to nail you down here on this whole arresting. And then the argument, the discussion is that, of course, that was part of the kind of bargaining to get your name off the formal indictment, because it seemed like your name was on the indictment, and after a while it disappeared. I don't know how that happened. I don't know whether anyone can explain that magic to us, because of course the coincidence in time looks so suspicious. That's my observation. I don't know whether you have anything additional to say about that, Bangura or Stanton.
I certainly would not have any opinion to offer on that matter, and I think this is pure speculative, so I wouldn't want to delve into speculation.
So, we'll do something today. The people are listening to us, Bangura, and we want to say to all of you, welcome to Spoon Talk. A good way to start a beautiful show on a beautiful Wednesday, cool Wednesday, collective Wednesday, whatever you are. President Boga is not in the country, he left. He's going to be chilling in Sacramento, California, right? From there, he's going to go to Rhode Island, and thereafter, he's going to go back home sometime next week, right? We got Jeremiah Pankun. We got the chief of staff to the president, Sam Stikwa. They are all running the affairs of the country, or whosoever he left behind. That's why it is. I want to say to all of you, we want to take questions. What do you make of Winfred Bangura? Do you believe his story? Do you want to be part of this thing? You have any question for him? He can only answer when he want to answer. He will plead the 5th, he will plead the 6th, he will plead the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 10th. Whatever plea deal he take, we want to know. But just to bring you up to speed, right? We woke up one morning and we saw this document, bam, indictment from the court. Oh, who are the names? Mawani Dees, Joseph Howard, and all of them. But number 2 on the list, guess who? Our brother, Wilfred Bangura. The same day the people unsealed the indictment, the same day Wilfred Bangura wrote a letter and saying he's no longer part of CMC. If any of you get a letter, send it to me, like compare the date. And then what happened? He said, I'm part of CMC. I'm going back to Jeremiah Kwankun, MDR. I'm going back to Samuel Koga, MDR, the former general, may he so rest in peace, my Pape PYJ, MDR. He went back to that party where he served as chairman before. He went back as a prodigal son. And I was happy that he's coming on Spoon for us to discuss issue of national concern. But in the midst of all of that, man, we need to ask him questions. This is what we do on Spoon. Kev Hassan, welcome to the show. I know you're joining us, but my head is hurting. People want to call it crazy. Wilfred Bangura, number 2. Arrest him, search his house, bring in the court. The man went to prayer man. The prayer woman deleted the man's name. The man's name cannot be seen. Eka, what happened here?
Well, let me say hi to to everybody. Listen, if anybody believes that indictment ain't got nothing to do with his resignation, then you have to see Dr. Richardson for session. If you believe that, you have to go for session. Come on now. Are we stupid here? Jeremiah Kuhn feel that Musa, that his rival, he intend to break Musa down. And he reached out to Wilfred in the middle of the night and say, this is what we'll get for you. We're going the next day. If you don't come to us, we're going to go. Wilfred had no option. He had no option than to resign and go to MDR. That's it. Same thing they did with so many other people. If you don't join them, we'll be indicted. Whether it's true, I believe that Wilfred Bangura is clean as a whistle. They don't have anything on him, but they're holding him because they want him to join them. I don't believe that he did anything in there. I believe he's a gentleman. I believe he's a decent guy, but he got to follow. If you don't, this is what will happen. That's the Liberia you get today. Either you for me or you with them. So you will see, for now to 2029, you will see that. You will see that. Even people who are in the government will find something on you. That's the way it is. So Wilfred had no choice. He had no choice.
So for me,
so can I just come in small?
It just means that, you know, Wilfred Bangura, and you can postulate that had nothing to do with whether Musa Benete is not meeting commitment or not meeting promises.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with Musa. It ain't got nothing to do with CMC. It's because
that's a narrative Bangura distributed on this show.
Because that's what they told him to sell. That's why. That's what they told. Yeah, that's the narrative. You got to come out. You see what they did to Mema Bridge? If you don't speak, we'll take you from ECOWAS. Follow it. Follow what happened in the country. We're taking it to be a joke, but it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing.
No, you know, but Kev, on this one, right, before Bangura come in, let me say this true. It's real-time politics. I don't think it's that serious for me, right? And that's why I would disagree with you. It's real-time politics. Politics, you grab, you go for people, you bring them in your corner, right? If that's politics, to you. Kafigo, I'm not saying what you're saying is true. But if this what Unity Party is doing, then they're playing a damn smart politics here. That's real-time politics, right?
This is Robert Mugabe style politics. This is not the right thing to do.
Well, show me one politics in the world, one political group in the world I will not go for the big fish and negotiate. American, I want to negotiate. Come on, man. You remember that? Invasion USA? American. No, this is the real-time politics we're talking about. And who's here? Wilfred Bangura. Guys, please don't call yet. Please, I know you won't call. You want to be Wilfred. I'm baking you up. Yeah, Wilfred resignation letter, right? The man said was on Texas turning point. Lower my BB County, Republic of Liberia, April 8, 2026. Mr. James M. V. Yogi, National National Chairman, Citizen Movement for Change CMC. In re-resignation, dear Chairman Yogi, I write to you to tender my letter of resignation from my position as Secretary General, as well as my membership from the Citizen Movement of Change. Now, not only as Secretary General, the man said he's leaving the entire party. He's leaving the entire party. I heard, I can feel in my soul that Wilfred said, help me, help me. Let my grandson leave out when I Dubai. He said, Grandpa, help me, Grandpa. And Wilfred was begging VP, but Vice President Cool, help me, let me, and don't let your picking go. Yeah. But Wilfred, let's be serious for a minute.
I tell you,
10 seconds.
Rahm Mugabe used to do, he used to
10
flash
seconds.
you.
10 seconds.
Rahm Mugabe used to flash you there and say, Papa, hey,
Wilfred don't have anything in common with those guys. Nothing in common with those guys, with the Unity Party guys. Nothing in common, right? This man served his country. He get nothing in common with them. That's why he choose to go to CMC, because he said, you know what?
Yeah, I disagree with you. This is politics. And let's bring in Wilfred Bangura. Kefigo. Yeah, you got to listen. They don't owe it on anybody. This is political warfare. And Liberia, listen, Kev, I would do everything to bring you to Unity Party if I were Unity partisan. Kev, why you on this? Wait, let me ask you now. Why you on Spoon Talk? Why you call me 24/7 and you can't give me a chance to sleep? Because you want me to be soft with CDC and I tell you no. This is real-time politics. Okay. But let's talk about what we have here, right?
But this man, they did not give this man chance to clear himself out that he's not part of that. They say, you know what? We will take you off. They sure gave him chance in court to clear himself out. Because tomorrow, suppose somebody else come and they say, look, this is what happened in the back. We'll charge you. This man need an opportunity to clear himself. They didn't give him that.
Man, but anyway, let's go back to Wilfred. Ladies and gentlemen, you will call. We open the line here. We want to hear you today. Today, I'm Ezekiel. I'm so happy. I want to say to all of you, we got our brother Wilfred Bangura, former chairman MDR, current member of MDR, the man that waved CMC goodbye and have a sweet deal. Now, the Italian mafia will say, we gave him an offer that he couldn't refuse. Did they give you an offer that you couldn't refuse, Bangura?
Okay, so Santa, let me come in. I've listened to all the rambling from Kev. You know, my man Kev will always be Kev, the great Kefico. He tends to play the role of Dr. Richardson. He tries to be a psychologist and all of that. Great job. However, I know that during these political moments, is the name Jeremiah Cohn, the name President Boakai. These are very sweet names. So whenever anything happens in the state, it's always easy to tie around them. Jeremiah Cohn called you. Jeremiah Cohn had to deal with you. They flat you with S, Y, and Z. So, you know, what I just have to say is that, and somebody wants to tie my resignation in with the event of our, Clyde Martin's press conference. You can see the dates are not even the same. And in addition to that, assuming that even if we're the same, we should split it not the same. Those things are, they call them sealed indictments, and nobody's really supposed to know about it. And so it happened, and I would say coincidentally, but I had determined that I was going to sever ties with the CMC, and that it was time to return home. And, Kev and the CDC know that during the 2023 election, I had two options. I was approached by my late political godfather to return to my party, and the other option that I had was to stay with the government. I opted to stay with the government. I did not support Jeremiah Cohn and President Boakai. I did not support them. I stayed with President Weah, and I stood my ground, and I got expelled, and that was the consequence of that decision, and the whole nation knows about that. And so, I mean, having stayed with the president and the government, and we lost the election. We all left government. It was time to go home. I was never a member of the CDC. I have never taken membership. Neither have I aspired to even be a member of the CDC. It was time to go home. Do you expect that I will remain wondering about and without returning? Everybody needs to go home. There's always time to go home, and home is always sweet. You recall that I am the funding Secretary General of the MDR. I was on the Constitution Committee. I helped to write the Constitution. I'm one of the incorporators of the MDR. I'm the registered agent of the MDR. And so I rose to the position of acting chairperson, took the part of the convention in 2022 in December. So I play a very pivotal role in the MDR. The same role I played in the MDR I played in the CMC. I have never joined a political party from the outside. Every party I've formed part of since I entered into political life, I've helped to form it. So the same role that I played in the MDR, I played in the CMC. And it was time to go back home in light of the fact that this became a legacy issue for me, because I was very young at 25 when I started to do politics with the then political leader of the MDR. He has asked me to be the spokesperson of the MDR. And so I was very young, and he had a lot of confidence in me, and we worked together all the way up to the formation of the MDR. Now that he was deceased, it became a legacy issue for me. So it was very important that I went back to the MDR to help rebuild that legacy and keep that legacy thriving and to keep the MDR strong. So I had to leave. I had to go home. And, at that event, whatever happened, as soon as I resigned, that was purely coincidental. It has got nothing to do with the vice president. It has got nothing to do with the government. And I volitionally tendered my resignation. And I explained to this body and to the Liberian people some of the rationale undergirding or underpinning my resignation. So all of the other things in the background are pure speculation, and I wouldn't really want to dwell on them. But I appreciate the fact that you got me in the hot seat today, and that, like I said, I was asked questions, and when I'm called again, I'm going to make myself available. Or if nobody came to my home, to serve documents or whatever. But I am a law-abiding citizen. Nobody is above the law, and if I'm called to assist, I will, willingly accept to assist and give whatever information that I have, and I will be very keen to speak the truth. So that is just that. And all other things that are with the courts, like I said, I wouldn't be inclined to speak to them. But I like the convo. I like the questions, different shades of questions, different shades of interpretations, speculations, and all of those things. So I know that they are all part of the, they're all going to be part of the public discourse. So
before we go to the phone line, I want to say, Bangura, thank you very much. Indeed, we're always good to have you. Thanks for joining Spoon.
I have a
right.
question.
Go ahead, Chief.
They're asking me one or two questions.
Yeah, but I'm coming there. If you want to ask him one or two questions, I got to lay this thing out. We got to ask him why he left CMC. We got to ask him why he joined CMC. We got to go deeper with the allegation that CMC didn't build any bridge. They made promises that they couldn't keep, right? We were asked Bangura. We move away from Bangura to talk about other national issues. So Bangura, you'll be in the hot seat again for another 26 minutes or so. But hold on, Kev, hold on 1 minute. I beg you, Chief. We'll come to you. Now, the first thing, you got any question or you have any comment that you would like to share?
No, I really don't. I just again want to thank Rupert Bangura for, working on things that he needs to work on, like facing the criminal justice system in the interest of the Liberian people. And that's all I have to say. I don't have anything to add. I was listening and clearly observing his body language and his behavior, how he was just talking. That's what I was doing. But, I'm processing.
So what do you mean you're observing his body language? His body language dropped?
Well, did you guys, it's okay.
No, talk to us. What's okay? Why are you afraid to speak today?
No, I'm not afraid to speak. I'm good. And for the public information, I sometimes will call like he does with everybody else on the show to just kind of see where we are in starting the show, and so he coaches you in terms of how, not necessarily what to say, but how your appearances are on the show. Like, I had a recent appearance where he said I appear angry at another colleague, and to kind of...
No, calm down. You're not being Bangura run away, though.
I didn't think it was said I was cool again and me, I better silent. So I just want to say I'm being measured. That's all I'm saying. That's all okay. I'm saying. I'm being measured.
But, thank you, Bob. Bangura. Hello? Tango, Bangura, are you there? All right, so Bangura will come back. Let's see. The people got to ask Bangura a question. Let Jacob go first.
I want to ask, be careful, but I want to ask Bangura what role VP can play to get his name disappeared off that indictment overnight.
There you go. That's the
final,
discussion. Now about
yeah,
CMC.
The second indictment that came out his name, the other indictment that came out his name was absent. Right within the same time he resigned from the CMC.
That's the
so
discussion.
Something happened within that 24-hour period. Something must
Is
have
it
happened.
possible that's how Liberian system works? Or is this just unusual? I'm just
that would be very unusual.
I don't think the discussion should be about CMC. He left. Obviously, this discussion should
No,
be
he'll come back.
his name disappearing for an indictment. That's what the discussion on
But
him.
Kev, you gotta understand. The man Bangura said he want to be on the hot seat. We put you on the hot seat now, then the man running. Bangura got to come back. Right? Rosemary, can you come on? We got to go to the phone line. A lot of questions, right? It's not about me because
it's so hard. That is it.
Wait, as soon as the message was coincident, Rosemary laughed. She bare her head down. She said, "Hey, Jesus."
Yeah, she did. She did. I was watching.
Hey, Jesus.
I even heard that based on that warrant. I even heard that there were officers who went to Bangura's home to effect the arrest.
Of course.
And he escaped.
Oh, he escaped.
Okay, so we're going to bring Bangura back, but we like to go to the phone line, right? And Jacob, where you want to go to? Hola, Kev. We'll go to the phone line. But ladies and gentlemen, what's your take now? We know that Bangura name was on the list, right? And he will not be able to talk. Okay, let's go to the phone line. Yeah, your name and where you joining us from? Your name and where you joining us from, my friend? I'm out here on you, man. You called in, listen to something else. Rosemary, let's go to the phone line and ask the people now so we can get Bangura back. I will try it one more time. I mean, you got to talk into the phone. You called me and you talking to something else? No. Business. Hello, your name and where you joining us from? Musa, what's your concern about Wilfred Bangura, our new member? He's the hottest contributor on Spoon Talk right now, but the man has some other issue. What's your take?
I'm supporting Bangura, man. He's a possible role. The reason why they not leave the city is because the state is as command ministry. He thought everything that was a free deal is made so they get the CMC to go to MDR. They get someone and show you. Then we see Bangura. You think about that thing, all the dictionary thinking is still low. Man, I'm supporting the guy, man.
Oh, wow. Okay, let me take another one. Your name and where you joining us from? We got Wilfred Bangura discussion ongoing. What's your name? Talk to me, my brother.
Hey, Senator, I have a question for you, right?
Yes, sir.
You said this is a real-time policy. Is it true that because the name is on the list, I don't know where it just move on there. So is you happy anywhere? And if someone name on the list, you just jump up. Someone should get come here, take a name from there. Is that okay?
I don't understand your question, though.
My question is, right, because look at the time. The name came out on the 7th.
Yes.
He resigned on the 8th.
Yes.
So, out of nowhere, right? And the next day, the next list came out and name is not on it. And you said this is a real-time policy, politics, right?
Yes.
How do you understand that? So that if another list come out with someone name on it, and if it just disappear, the other person name disappear, is that a good way for it to run a country?
Okay. I got your question now. No, then that's why we asking Bangura, because I don't think it's a good way. But if Bangura name, listen, my friend, you monkey, see what monkey do bad. Leave me alone. Let me go on. Yeah, your name and where you joining us from? Yeah, man. Talk to Bangura, leave me alone. Go ahead. Yeah, your name.
My name is Jenna and I'm calling from Minnesota.
Yes, sir.
Tell you bad, man. You see, Bangura whole posture. You don't keep the man on the show for any kind of discussions. Tell I beg you. But there's no way Bangura can go to that, and my only thing can go to that investigation. In fact, my only thing use the man to present checks. So there's no way she can go to that investigation without Bangura being into him. So I just beg you instead of leave Bangura, I beg you.
So you want to end the show now?
No, I want you to just excuse the man. Let the man leave. They will get out of discussion.
No, the man can leave. No. If the man leave, I will leave. If Bangura leave for the show, I will leave. I tell you, man. Your name and where you joining us from? Your name and where you joining us from? Yeah, talk to us. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Joe Will calling from Monaco.
Joe, you got to put straight in your voice now, Joe. Talk to us. Joe.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Talk now.
Okay, what's his name is having problems? Bangura. First of all, the first indictment that was issued, Bangura was served by the sheriff or those people that came to his house.
Joe, you wasting our time, oh?
That was when he ran away now and got involved with what's his name, called the vice president to help him to recover everything that was going to happen to him. But Jacob knows the story, but he's delaying the story. I don't think it's Jacob hiding the story, but Jacob knows the story.
Okay, thank you. Your name and where you joining us from? All right, your name. Now you know why. Your name, where you joining us from?
Illegally, before the people, whosoever, because I don't even want to say people, who step in and take charge of whatever was happening for him to be on the safe side. Bangura ran away from him the first time they broke him, cashing. I don't know what Jacob had in that story for, but hey, he's trying to shit Bangura. He won't be professional, both direct, my man. You know the story.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Jacob is implicated here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make progress here. We got Bangura on the hot seat. Let's go to Monrovia, Liberia, Lofa, Liberia, all over in Liberia and take some calls. Rosemary Makiba, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead, man.
Okay, let's go to Lofa. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Your name and where are you calling from? Okay. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, I'm Vikoma. I'm calling from Pakistan.
Okay. CEO, you want to ask the question?
Yeah, thank you.
What make up a Bangura story though?
I call me. I call me. Bangura, you want to show money in week. Why I call me? Start without bring it to that. Why?
But that was schedule you worry about. Check the next call.
Okay.
You tell how to schedule our show.
Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from? Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Good evening. I am Philip Minswa calling from District 17.
Okay, let's hear you. What do you make up the Bangura case?
Oh, actually, I don't think the CEO is doing we the listeners justice. What I have observed for tonight's show is that there are two notices that have been added. You know, we have the hot seat.
We're on Bangura case right now, Papa. Let's go to the next caller.
Get it, man, Chan. The man said 2C are there. Which one?
In the House of Representatives.
Hello.
Okay.
Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
So my name is James and put it, and I do join you from my Congo town.
Okay, let's hear you.
I want to speak directly to the CEO. And the CEO, is you listening to me, let me be clear with this issue of bad moving the government. Is the government are you brought?
So hang on, that man.
We're on different issues tonight. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Government call you door, you talk, but then you say bam, government.
Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Aaron Sumo. I'm calling from Habel.
All right, let's hear you.
Hey, how Habel doing?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to the CEO for this program. It's educative, and most of the time I enjoy the way he analyzed the issue. For last night, I was not satisfied with the way he analyzed the statement the president made. That metaphoric statement that the president made, and he was trying to take it out of context. It didn't go down well.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you. This is Sam Weir.
All right. What do you make of Wilfred's issue? What do you make of Wilfred's issue?
My sister Wilfred, I think we shouldn't blame Wilfred. But it could be anybody. It could be anybody when you are indicted by the pressure, the government. You know, if you have an escape route, but this is what we have been saying CEO quickly. This is elected justice at Omen Jules Baka and the letter Jeremiah. They continue practicing the script. Because when you are seeking places when you are seeking places to Omen Jules Baka, it means that you will not be prosecuted. I say Bangura will not be prosecuted when he's a key player when it comes to the Ministry of Commerce. But because he's president of Joe Baka, he's seeking president of Jeremiah Kun, so today he will not be prosecuted. That's what we've been seeing. Is that the justice? Is that the prosecution of Omen Joe Baka?
So let me take this one real quick. Yeah, let me take you from here.
So we shouldn't blame.
Thank you. Your name and where you joining us from, my friend, on the 4206 number.
Okay. Hello.
Go ahead, my friend. Your name?
Name is Samuel Swa. Always, my brother. My brother Bangura. My name is Samuel Swa again, brother Bangura. My brother, you are very young, and then this type of thing, you get long time to eat. This type of thing, probably then all people will agree to doing that. My man, I really that you're the one in that front seat now, depending on Nima. Yeah, I just praying with you that this thing be clear for you. I beg you, man. You are young man. We go for Nima. The funny thing that your name will not be inside. It can bring shame to us. Yeah.
Thank you, Samuel. Leave me alone and I'll take your call. Let's just pause for a minute, right? Check out. And this is about Bangura today. You know, when I give an offer in any of these situations, you weigh your options. Right, and I'm not saying that they gave Bangura offer though, but something just not adding up. Yeah, your name quickly. Let me get you up quickly. Your name and where you joining us from. So your name and where you joining us from, my friend. All right. You know your name and where you joining us from.
Yeah, this is Frederick Tennessee. I'm joining you from.
Frederick, talk to us.
Yeah. What made me to call my first time on your show is that when you asked Bangura, I think a few days ago, about the reason of leaving Musa Belete, he said Musa Belete was not fulfilling his promises. Like Musa Belete was so obligated, like a government, to do projects. You know, I was just thinking, I said, this guy, could this be the reason why he would leave Musa Belete? Like Musa Belete was so, obligated to do those things? I don't think so. The main reason he left, it is what you guys are discussing today. Thank you. Have a good.
Thank you. So let me ask you a question, Bangura. Yes. No, thank you, my friend. Thank you for calling. We're going back in studio to talk to Bangura. We can laugh, we can joke, but Bangura, let's have some serious conversation here, right? You still stand by your reason of leaving CMC? That Musa didn't fulfill some of his objectives, his promises, those goals that brought you in. What are some of the projects that Musa failed to kick out? What are some of them? Can you unmute, Bangura? Can you unmute?
Okay, thank you. When I spoke to you on this subject, I made my position clear why I left. I still stand by those positions, but I've also determined that going forward, I was not going to speak again to anything CMC, as I was going to look ahead to more productive enterprises. So I wouldn't like to go back, into CMC's conversation, as I am no longer a member of the CMC. I respect the CMC. I was an integral part.
Well, people are saying that did you lie on CMC to get the reason that you gave? Were you telling the truth that you name Maigibi, you name Bon County, those projects? They are saying that Musa have started those projects. So I mean, were you telling a story here to us all?
I want to make something clear. My objective was not to in any way besmirch the party or to deface the party. My job was to ensure that the party thrives and that it continues to be a force. But it can never be a force if certain things were not put into perspective. So if they have begun those projects, it's a good news for me. And if the CMC is successful, it's a very good news for me because
you just left last week. So you mean if they have begun the process, so it wasn't done while you were there, correct? And that's the reason you left, correct?
I clearly stated why I left.
Why you left? Why you left?
Satan, you want me to go back into this?
No, because I mean, someone just meeting you, my man. Let's have some serious conversation. Yeah, people are saying you were lying. I want to give you the opportunity to speak to me and speak to my audience. I was absent when you came. Why did you leave the CMC? We're finished with the comment ministry issue now. Why did you leave the CMC?
Satan, I made that clear a fortnight ago why I left the CMC. And
I wasn't on. I wasn't on. Oh, well, when you came the first day, I wasn't on. Why did you leave the CMC?
Satan, you want to have a redux of that show, but you know what I stated, that I had to leave because
when I hear you, I mean, whenever someone call you like that, your phone will get out. We're not hearing you, Bangura. Can you hear us? We are not hearing you, Bangura. All right, so he's I think he received a call. Let's see. Can you hear us now? All right. So Jacob, before we go to the riches here, right? You know, this is where we are. It's not too clear. The Bangura is brushing off that. He doesn't want to talk about this too. Jacob, are you there?
He says it's not too clear. Yeah, he says
the man say you want to talk about it anymore. The man say you're talking, you have to talk about it.
No. But yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it anymore. I mean, the fact of the matter is that, so let's be clear. I mean, we are reasonable people. The public is listening, you know, and we ourselves, we really don't want to keep expanding on that topic. We've said what we wanted to say about the matter. But the fact of the matter, any reasonable person, anybody with brains, you know, between their ears would know that you can talk about project with the CMC. In the first place, CMC is a political party, but the books.
So you think Bangura lied? So Bangura lied to say you didn't start the project in Bon County and
that's false. That's false because the project is ongoing. The Joe River Bridge project is ongoing. The project in Magibi, they are all ongoing.
Which one in Magibi are ongoing? Which one in Magibi are ongoing?
The school project is ongoing.
Which one? Where? We want some picture. We want some video. Do you have pictures and video?
Well, I can get you some pictures.
I mean, can you? I know your people listen to you send picture because you guys have not even break ground yet.
No, we started for the Magibi thing. The record is clear. We started mobilizing materials.
Mobilizing material or putting shovel in the ground. Which one?
Stanton, what is the beginning? What is the beginning of a project?
And that's what you are saying. You got make promise you can keep it. Now you're saying you started mobilizing. I don't know if people can mobilize material. Fubi, that's something strange I'm hearing. You mobilize material?
If I can come in for a second.
No. We'll come to you, man.
How do you build?
I want to understand though. You go ahead and mobilize material. You mobilize
every project has phases. Even the government that brought building overhead bridge now with the Chinese, it's a bridge that fall from the sky.
I'm not saying that. But you say mobilizing material. What's that?
No, I'm telling you that the project.
You send a text message to the material, then you giving that a phone call to come. What do you mean the mobilizing material? Fumi. Then God, then you know what? Bangura will come back, right? But CMC said they're not clear. Listen to Jacob that's part of the story, the mobilizing material.
Can I come in?
So how you expect people to build a school on materials? How are they going to do it? What magic is that going to be?
So Stanton,
Richardson, go ahead.
Yes, I was very, very concerned about what Bangura said. And so I made several calls to Liberia. And number one, Bangura talked about roads in Magibi. So he erroneously said we were building roads. We're not building roads in Magibi. We're building a bridge, the Jaw Bridge in Bon County. So definitely it will take time. We sort of separate our projects in long-term, short-term, intermediate, and urgency. I also want you to know when Jacob Jala speaks about mobilizing material, keep in mind that the gritter, for lack of a better word, that's what Liberian people call it. The gritter was all the way up in Lofa County doing the Kwani Boni Road. So that gritter had to come to fix the road in order for us to take material to the school. Okay? So that is what is going on right now. We would have loved for, to have gotten help from the Liberian government or somebody to bring a gritter to us, but we have to use our own gritter in terms of getting the material from places. So that is why, all right, he wants to say, the project was not started or whatever he said. But we know very well what's going on behind the scene. Like I said to you, Bengura has a lot of things on his plate.
Do you have any picture? Do you have any video that you can share with us?
I share some pictures with you. I don't know, and I'm not distracting or anything.
On the My Gibby project?
Yes, I do. I do have a picture.
Can you send it? Let's see it.
I will send it. I'm waiting.
Have you laid any block?
No, I think as I just said to you, we were trying to get the gritter to get the road because, as you know, Liberia suffers from a lot of problems with infrastructure. There's no road to where we want to get. So we're trying to get proper road to be able to bring the materials.
So you're paving a road now?
Pave a road?
Yeah.
Is this a trick question? Pave a road?
I see you. See, you're trying to get roads. So you got okay. So have you cut the tree and this road going to the south now?
That is exactly what we're working on right now. As I said,
you working on it or it happened already? Which one?
We are working on it.
So you ain't started yet?
We have not started building the school yet.
Have you guys started the road yet?
We are working on the road.
Have you guys started the road yet?
We are working on the road.
What you mean working on the road?
We have to get the grader, the
So you get the grader yet?
The rocks.
So you get a grader? Is the grader there now?
Fix. I can't tell you that's not a yes and no answer because you're trying to put me in class.
So you guys have cut the trees and everything?
Some of the trees were cut. We identified the location where the school is going to be built. We did all of that already, and that's all I can tell you about the project. And I'm not going to respond to it. I'm going to play the grass style right now.
So let me bring in Fubi. Fubi, I tell you that Richardson, Fubi, I kind of like.
I want to ask you, can I ask before Fubi can? But why would Musa Ability, who's spending his own money, want to lie to the public? Why would he not want to fulfill promises? That he's using his own hard-earned money. This is unheard of, And he's fulfilling we have like long-term, short-term, intermediate goals.
Dr. Richardson, we understand you're global chair for CMC. We know that you have all these documents, but these are basic questions that we need to answer. These are the very simplest form of question.
Yes.
Wilfred Bangura came on the show and he said, because of X, Y, and Z, I am leaving CMC. I resign. Not only as Secretary General, but as member. I'm leaving the party. I went back to MDR. Fubi, I want you to listen. We asked Bangura, did you leave because of the allegation and the indictment from Commerce Ministry? Bangura said no. He tried to be 100% legit. But the reason he said he left, CMC cannot convince us that Bangura lied. They cannot send no video. They cannot send no photo. But they say Bangura sent 6, 7, 8 months. Bangura said it was just an empty promise. Those promises were blah. Musa Belete have not put a shovel on the ground. I mean, I'm not trying to speak for Bangura yet, but I mean, everybody can see that Jacob is not helping. My brother Jacob came and said they are mobilizing material. I've never heard that university. I've never heard about that university turn.
Bangura never said, I'll defend now. Bangura never said we have not put shovel on the ground. Is that what Bangura is saying?
But Bangura is on the show. Asking why he left CMC.
No, but he read it now. Did he say that no shovel on the ground on the Jaw River Bridge? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, the message. Okay, Bangura, can you answer?
I am here. You can ask me any question about that.
Yeah, ahead, ask
the question already. Did you say that we have not dug a single hole or put a single shovel on the ground the Jaw River Bridge project? Yes or no?
Jacob, I like to be straightforward. It's important that the CMC takes its responsibilities very seriously.
No, answer yes or no question, please.
Get a man chance to answer now. Get a man chance to answer, Jacob. Jacob, I gotta protect Bandura. You gotta get Bandura. Jacob, the man will not answer yes or no. Let you answer the way you see fit.
Jacob, let's be civil. This is about the credibility and integrity of the party. You want to come here to joke with it? It will be very important that the party takes its promises very seriously and fulfill them. The job.
That's a different topic. I asked a clear, direct question. I said
the Jaw River Bridge, the Jaw River Bridge, the St. John River Bridge, the Magibi School, the Magibi Road project, the River G Road, the Bombing Road, the Cape Mount, the all of those promises are lingering. And you know the CMC, you got to take these things seriously because
no, it's not lingering now. Let us not play with words. Because you play with words lingering.
But Jacob, can you stop interrupting? Jacob, no, I will mute you, Jacob. Stop interrupting the brother. We will come to you. No, but you gotta win, Jacob. Jacob, you gotta win. You know how we do. We'll come to you. No, but that Richardson, your way now. Let Bagura get the freedom to talk. That Richardson way small. Let you hear the brother. The brother, yeah, you will defend. He said, "Go ahead, brother Jacob." Bagura, go ahead, please.
Those projects, those promises, you have to fulfill them. Those promises you made is very important because if they are not fulfilled, you know that the CMC will not have face in those counties, in those communities. And these things run very deep into the integrity of the party. To me, this is straightforward and this is important. If you want to play politics with it, that's fine. But at the end of the day, the barometer will show. So some of the hard facts got to be stated so that you don't go out there and you realize that you do not get the dividends of the electoral process. Like opinion poll was conducted here and CNC was found wanting. It's about delivering those promises that you made is important. But if those promises have started, that's bingo. My goal and my job and my interest will be that those promises should be fulfilled. Because guess what? When they are fulfilled, the CMC is going to be a force to reckon with. So is this very important?
You will ask questions. That Richardson way. I beg you, we get Emmanuel George that we got to welcome to the show. Phoebe Heron. We got Dr. Bopler. We got to welcome to the show. I beg you, Dr. Richardson, hold on 1 minute. Bangura, while you were serving as Secretary General, were any one of those promises done? Did they initiate anything while serving as Secretary General?
Well, up until the 8th of April, this month, when I resigned, I know that a couple of dump trucks dumped some dirt at the Jaw River or the Jobomo Community Bridge. I know that what they dropped down there were dirt, and that's what I know. So
you resigned on the 8th. Yeah. Of this month, up to the 8th of this month, where any one of those county projects, anything happened with the Cape Man, the Bon County, Maggie, nothing. All right, I have the party political leader, the Representative Musa Hassan Belete. Representative Belete, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's all yours, sir.
Yeah, look. Stanton, I'm constrained to call to talk about this because I think the way in which it's going, it just becoming comical. Look, we are a political party, private. When I say private, we're not government. We're a civilian party. We're working with the Liberian people. CMC has done more than 30% of the things we promised. In the month of February and March alone, we moved around over 9,000 bags of cement across Liberia, in Lofa County specifically. As we speak right now, every material required to build the Jaw River Bridge is in Bangabon County. The water has been diverted and everything is in place to cast the foundation for the Jaw River Bridge.
Bangura has never been to any CMC activity. He has absolutely no knowledge. He didn't follow up. No one blame him for that because he was serving as chief of serving as Secretary General. He had to sacrifice one of the positions, which he was not doing all the time, and that was the Secretary General position. Understandably, all right, we have procured all of the semen required to commence the work in Magibi. Stanton, you are leading a political party that has lived up to promises, at least up to 40%, to a government that by international standard has never lived up to at least 10% of its commitments. You tend to know about that. The country knows about that. That is paradoxical. We shouldn't even be discussing this. We made promise. We didn't say to anybody when we would deliver these promises. One thing CMC made clear was that we would deliver our promises before election. Before we go back to people to say your vote for us, we would have proposed. We are not in a time game with anybody. Okay? Into a government that made promises for yellow machine, they're almost going into the second half of their regime, and the structure of that yellow machine is not in place. You're going to a government that has made promises to the very Lima country that turned everything around, and nothing has been done. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You're going to a government that has not fulfilled any one of its obligations. You're going to a government that is systematically bringing down everyone that brought it into our power. Then you want to compare that to us? We're doing our best. We are not in no time race. We did not ask the Liberian people for 6 years and keep lying to them until the 6 years is over. We've not been getting anything for what we are doing. We are building our foundation. We are building our party. And what we said to the people in Magibi is that before election, those buildings will finish. To the people in Bon County, before election, those buildings, the foundation, if he had just passed by the John River Bridge, you would know that work is going on there today. And Stanton, you Stanton know that work is going on there. Everybody knows that work is going on there.
I have to send the reporters there because I don't know Musa. I have not seen any photos. I have not seen any video. So, yeah, I'll have to send the reporters there. Yeah.
As I speak to you, we have diverted the water. Okay? The only thing we're trying to do now is for that process to heal, and then we put the form, and then the gas is going. Now, this is something that has been going on, work has been going on for 6 months. If you're going to resign from this, did he even go there? Did he realize that every material required to build that place has been procured and is in Bonka there? Did he even bother to know that? So we all know the reason. And honestly, I am not going into any debate about Bangura and why he left CMC. Bangura knows why he left CMC. Bangura knows that I know why he left CMC. I'm not going into any more slinging on that matter. And we're not in a time fight with nobody. We will do the things that we say. And that's what the Liberian people hold us to. The one that the government is going to say that they're going to do for people, that's what we're going up for now. Can you even imagine? See, and therefore, what standard did you use to go to the government that you're going to? On what? I mean, what are the achievements that you're going to use to go to them? Because if you set the standard now, that's so much so that we have not done this for Liberian people. This is the government that said they're going to improve people pay. Have they done that? This is the government that said they're going to improve workers, help workers pay. Have they done that? This is government that's supposed to develop your country. Have they done that? Every health center in Nima County have received reduction in the budget since this government came into power. What have they done?
So Musa, again, like I said, political leader Musa has some ability of CMC. I don't know. I will send these guys now. It will be our assignment. Damo will be on it. I'm texting him right now to start tomorrow that we can make sure we bring this thing to life. But it's good that you called us, Chief. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So Dr. Bopler, hold on 1 minute. I got to give it back to Wilfred. That would be the fair thing to do because I think Musa came directly to him on this one. Wilfred Bangura, let's forget about why you left. We can come back there, but let's talk about the project. Do you agree with Musa? Can you unmute Wilfred? You always have to unmute, please.
The political leader of CMC has good intentions to carry out these projects using your own money, and for political parties to be carrying out these projects is the first time. I stand corrected. Making these promises for political parties to do those things, I stand corrected, but I think it's unprecedented. I think it's the first time. And, so like, I wouldn't want to go into debate with my former political leader and my former boss. I think he's a good man. I think he means well. My only issue was that the promises were getting too many. And my fear was that, there could be a problem with executing them. And so up to the time that I was with the party, I played my role effectively as the Secretary General, because if I didn't do that, I know that the executive committee of the party would have perhaps summoned me or taken.
Were there promise made that you would get these things delivered prior to the election? Were there a vague promise made, or you guys have a timeline here as Secretary General? Did you tell the people you would get this in so and so time, or you just left it open?
So some of the promises were open-ended up to election, and some of the promises had timeline. And I received tons and
Which one had timeline? Which one had timeline?
For example, commencement of certain projects, there were timeline. I remember the Kwepa Bridge at the St. John River Crossing had a timeline. That's the Tiawan Gonglo Bridge, and I know that the Gonglos have been talking to me while I was still with the CMC, asking when we were going to go there to start the project. Community people were asking them about the commencement of the project. I know that for example, the project in Yangwali, the school there had at the timeline for breaking grounds. The community cleared the piece of land, more than once. The grass grew back, and they were concerned about when it was going to start, including the road that leads into Wangwali from Kakata. So the projects clearly had timelines, and some of them were open-ended up to the electoral process. My only thing was that the seat in which I sat, I had to talk to these people every day, and I got tired.
I'm gonna hold you right there, and I will make this the last call. A lot of people called in. Dr. Emmanuel George and our brother Fubi, Kev, and Dr. Beauclerc will bring you guys in. I have another gentleman saying that he had to leave because of X, Y reason. He had to leave CMC. So, my friend, your name and where are you joining us from?
All right, good evening, CEO. Let me say good evening to your panelists and the Liberians following Gibi County.
Okay. How can we help you? Bring us up to speed. Why are you calling?
Okay, so basically, I listened to my former my former Secretary General of the CMC, Honorable Wilfred Bangura, and I thought it wise to make my input because I got vast knowledge on all of the promises that CMC made in my Gibi County, even in my own church, in the person of Wilfred Bangura. I serve as the acting vice chair for operation for CMC in my Gibi County, and I have to leave this February. Even when you check in the national chat room, I posted I'm leaving because of lies and deception. The international vice chair who is in Australia, I think Australia or Canada, he been talking to me. I shouldn't have a press conference and said, for the fact that I did not feel informed, I was acting. I just posted in the chat room, I'm leaving the CMC. Some part of lies here, man. Not 6, 7, 8 months. The CMC were invited to a church called Abundant Life Apostolic Pentecostal Church that is headed by Bishop Vanessa Yao. I delivered that communication to the office of the Secretary General in there, and the political leader dispatched a team that comprises of his sister Binta Bilite, the National Secretary General Honorable Bangura, and the National Chairperson, Mr. James Eugene. They came to the program, and after the program, the church went to the bishop office, and the bishop presented a document to them concerning the church. And in my very present, they make a commitment on behalf of the political leader. They even left his number there. And we called the political leader, he admitted that he received the communication and he sent the party chairman, the party leadership. CEO, you will not believe that we went 7 months calling on mobility. They promised 1,000 cartons of tar. I still got a copy of that document in the bishop office. You want it tomorrow, I can send it to you, even the letter that was addressed to them. At the end of the day, because of that, I was embarrassed to even go to my own church. For 7 months, they couldn't tell her to anything. Honorable wife came here in district number 2.
So let's talk about that 1 carton of tar ability when I get it, chair. Man, are you serious about? Come on, man. 1 carton of tar. Okay, all right, but let's move on. You say you in my giving. What are some of the other projects? Yeah, I will. Hold on, we'll bring that in. What are some of the projects in my giving that ability I have not undertaken?
We went to Gibi. They promised to build a school for the poor of Gibi. I was on our trip. Even the site that was promised, when you go there now, you can even get there. They have not done anything, nothing. That even somebody said they were gathering.
Can a reporter call you tomorrow and you take them to those places? Let's see what's happening there.
100%. I can do that 100% tomorrow.
Okay. So I got your number. I will send it to Damo. Yeah, I will send it to Damo. Damo, you'll take them there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so last day before I leave the line, Honorable wife came to Charlesville. Before coming to Charlesville, she told the district coordinator, Mr. Selu Jamina, I can tell you a number now, that you're mobilized people to Charlesville. I'm coming there to get loan to the women. And the guy went, she even told the guy, you'll raise money for the people and have the program account reinbox you. The guy went and credited $450 you have to have that program. She get $250, but not $250 last year up to today. Even today, people go to the gentleman house for that money, pay the money change up.
I get respect for that woman, man. That woman is a decent woman, but I get respect for that woman. But I will let Damo reach out to you for them to go see those different locations. Thank you for calling. Richardson, you say who on?
Yes, I have the chair lady of the women's group. She's calling from Liberia. She wants to say something. You want to speak? Go ahead.
Hello?
Can you guys hear her? Yes, they can hear you. Go ahead, speak.
Okay, my name is Alice Tonia Bissat, the National Women Congress Chairs from CMC MyGivi. I'm from MyGivi, but I'm the National Women Congress Chair. I am also in charge of the project that is in MyGivi. The project that they talked about, Yagwali, it is my district where I come from. And the project, because of the raw condition in MyGivi, the semen that honorability pay for had not been able to come to MyGivi. We're just sending the semen in tomorrow. They pay for the truck, but the road, nobody wants to go into Yagwali because of the bar road. And pertaining the road, Mr. Bilete, they didn't say you're going to build the road. If you see the groundbreaking speech, Honorable Bilete said, I want to fix your road, but your people are going ahead and they said they're going to fix the road. So if they don't fix it, I will fix it. But he didn't say you're going to fix it. So I can attest to that. There's a video, the recording, he mentioned it on it. Because during the time they went to MyGivi, I was not in the party at the time. When they talked about the road, because I'm from MyGivi and I'm supposed to be contesting in MyGivi, the Nukwe and the Clarin guy, who is the city representative, decided to go and get public works on that road. So they said that the road cannot be fixed by PDP. So now public works said that they want to keep it, they're not fixing it. So they didn't say, I found
Thank you very much. We will visit our road. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Henry Fubi, a lot of stuff happening here. We'll start with you, Emmanuel George, Dr. Beauclair, and they can want to say to all of you, welcome to the show. This is our CMC, Way for Bambura Question Problem. But we will be there tomorrow. Damo and the crew will visit all those locations and tell us the truth, what's happening. Well, I mean, what's your own assessment here now of Fubi?
Yeah, so good evening, everybody. Look forward to a good show. Like I told Wilfred last time, I said, if I was in his shoe, Sometimes you just resign. You don't have to go into all those details in integrating the party. Just take your resignation and move quietly so that you don't have to be back and forth with the party on projects and not doing projects and we're seeing the different stuff. I know people can have some oversight that they got a call. I know people can have some oversight in following up on issues and don't live up to them. And sometimes it might not be intentional, but they can have oversight to have some of those things done. But Stability also said it right at another point. This is a political party, it's not a government. So we can't be squeezing a political party.
The government forced another man promise that if he's not keeping those promises, it's a legit political question.
I'll come in there. The private entity outside of government. So you can be squeezing this party for projects and not holding government accountable for living up to expectation. That's one. But if you choose to carry out a project and you are out there, people also look up to them because you also tagging in your campaign towards it. So there where the trust component will come in, whether we can rely on this party because they are making claims and we're not seeing them, or also whether they are also timing there along with the government. So since we dragging into 2029 slowly, so let's also slowly execute the project so that we can also inaugurate the project around 2029. So where it will be where it will be fresh into the eyes and the mind of the people. Like you see, the government doing a yellow machine, brought yellow machine down, but you're not ready to implement the 2027.
I mean, that's a good point. Let me be there. I think that's it. They're following the government style of doing things. Wait till 2029 for the people to vote for you. But that would be a good reason to, though. But I don't know. We'll be sending down an entire team to go look for all ability groundbreaking ceremony project area that will do a video and everything. I mean, that's the only way we know who's telling the truth. The Dr. Emmanuel George. Kev, we'll come to you after Dr. George and Dr. Beauclair. Welcome to the show, Vendetta Patrick.
Thank you, Stanton. Good evening to every one of you, honorable gentlemen and ladies. For viewers, good evening and thank you for joining us. Facebook, YouTube, on the television and radio. Oh, Stanton, I ain't got no fish to fry in CMC business. But it is the right of Mr. Bangura, a fundamental right on our constitution for him to associate and disassociate. So he associated, he disassociated. He have disassociated rather. That's his right. About the projects of the CMC, you see, there's thing about Liberian political party and institution. When Honorable Benedict made a statement, he made a statement on behalf of the CMC. Bangura vests as secretary should rather the truth to find the money to pay on behalf of CMC. Our CMC project, every member of CMC is obligated to make sure that our project comes to bear. Nobody can say my hand inside. So you were sitting there when the promise was made on behalf of the entire political party. I think that's the fundamental issue we always miss when we belong to organizations. We sit, organization make promise, we are clapping, cheering for it. We don't know that we're supposed to pay too. So my dear brother Bangura is frustrated. He didn't know he was the Secretary General when Musa Benedict was making that promise. It was a CMC promise. And CMC leaders, my dear brother Jacob Jada, my beautiful cousin Francine, Dr. Francine Richardson, and Bangura, you up put your money there so that the thing can finish. If it's not finished, CMC did not finish the project. It's going to be Musa Benedict didn't finish the project. Thank you.
Yeah, we have a problem with Bangura since Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn giving Starlink and a new router today, but we're having some serious problem with his connection. I don't know what kind of government Starlink they gave him. Kev, what say you before we bring in Dr. Beauclair?
Stanton, sometimes I sit and wonder why people, I don't know if there's some kind of amnesia or something. Musa ability to build a bridge in Nimba. Come on, man. Somebody calling for some tar. That Musa ability? That was good, Stanton, to just shut that person off. What kind of joke is this? Musa ability is a honorable man, a man that keep his word. We have seen it. We have seen it. He doing it. People forget that when he tried to build a bridge in Bone County, the government went against him. They forget all that one. The government went against his company. They forget all that one. They want to question who Musa Ability is. Come on, man. Stanton. And, you know, my brother, VP said, no, not VP, Fubi said something, and it was, you are correct, Fubi, because you're leaving, you have to say X, Y, and Z. But that was the plan they gave him. If you don't do that, he will not be removed from the indictment. That's why he did that. You understand? Everybody who know Mr. Bangura, they know he's a very decent
Yeah, we'll come back to the indictment. Let's just close on this project promises that were made. I mean, we'll come back to it. Let me bring that to Richardson. I know these other folks are joining us. Our fellow panelists want to weigh in on the indictment like we started, Kev. Let me bring that to Richardson quickly.
Well, the political leader of the Citizens Movement for Change spoke. So he said that he's not in any competition with anyone. He made promises to help alleviate the Liberian people's suffering, something that the government was supposed to do. And we have not seen that. And we hear, I would love to talk about ways how we are holding the government feet to the fire, but we're not doing that. We're focusing our attention on the political party. And I was just happy. I can't say any more than what political leader Musa Hassan Biladi said. Well, I can also thank Mr. Pregura, which I've done several times in the show, for allowing himself to focus on the issue at hand, which is the indictment, or the not serving as whatever he wants to serve, witness or whoever he wants. He said what name he wants to consider himself as. To this big issue at hand, something that our government is involved in, a corruption scandal that the government is involved in. That's what I want to attend my attention to, and how this could affect the Liberian people. So I pray that Mr. Pengura will find in his heart to speak things that will be in the interest of the Liberian people when he goes there, because I mean he was the Deputy Minister of Administration. Mawani Dix is being accused of millions of dollars, and there's video. He said there's videos of him out there dishing out money to people, that I'm sure he will be called, and we saw that his name mysteriously dropped from the indictment, even though they were looking for him. They found him and they questioned him, but then his name is not on the indictment. So, what I just like to say is, Mr. Bill to say he's not in competition with anyone. We're a political party that is just trying to alleviate the suffering of the Liberian people. And I know I'm going to leave soon, so if you give me the opportunity, I'd also like to state that Musability is expected to be at the induction ceremony of the Philadelphia, the South Jersey, the Delaware chapter in the United States on May 1st and May 2nd. I will be there. I'm asking all of you to please come and support me if you're listening to me. Thank you very much for putting that up. This is the induction ceremony. So we have on the political leader picture on there, May 1st and 2nd is a Friday and Saturday event that's happening at 2536 South 59th Street in Philadelphia. So if you're listening to me, please come and join us. Let's learn more about the political party Citizens Movement for Change. I also want to give a big congratulations to our newly appointed Secretary General, Ademu Kenan. He is the newly appointed Secretary General. I've seen him working already. He's in the chat room asking for, putting documents together. He's acting like the Secretary General is supposed to behave. I have one myself. He's beginning to be the custodian of the record to the political party. So congratulations, and I want you to quickly take note that we are integrating the youth of Liberia, because eventually that's who we want to turn Liberia over to. They can come in and work.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson.
Thank you.
Dr. Richardson, thank you very much. Have a good working evening, and we hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks, Dr. Richardson. We do appreciate you. Thanks a lot. Dr. Bopla?
Good evening, Stanton, and good evening to my esteemed colleagues and friends, and those who listen, those who watch. Thank you for enriching the conversation and helping this movement for change in our country. Stanton, I worked for the 2008 Obama campaign. We raised mega millions of dollars. After the campaign, we had mega millions of dollars left over. Not 1 cent was spent on park. Not 1 cent was spent on small road around the corner. Political parties don't do that. The wealthiest country in the world, political parties are not responsible to build roads and stuff. So if Mr. Ability promised anything, that's bonus. So to expect a party that does not have state power to be able to do those mega projects and to say you're not doing it, so when I keep my word, I wonder where the party gets the money from. And if my esteemed friend here and brother, smart man Wilfred, he was part of the party, and Dr. George said it right. You're part of the party. When you speak, you said the party, you talk about all of us. So, what did you do to say, hey, this is above our head? This is beyond our financial ability, our resource means. So I just think, look, everybody have a right to move. And sometimes you just move. You say, look, this season in my life is over. I want to step back. I want to do something else. And I think that's respectable. But to say the party that is, and not only is it the ruling party standard, but a brand new party supposed to take on all these mega projects and keep that. It doesn't even make sense. So anyway, that's my piece on it. Yeah, just move. Everybody have a right to move. And you don't owe nobody an explanation. Say my season here is over. I want to move on and do something else. And that's it. And finally, I would say to work for the government of Liberia, yes, I know there's politics involved, but every Liberian have a right to work for his or her government if you get a call appointed to it. So I don't know that you always have to leave your party to work, but if that's your preference, if that's your easy pathway to a government job, then, indulge. But don't, the people who are trying to do something, I would leave them alone and not and try to, denigrate them and say you didn't keep your promise and so and so and so. Say that to the Minister of Public Works. Because the road here been here for a whole year down my way, and they haven't put any quota on it for one
straight. Thanks. Dr. Bopla, thank you very much. Mandela Parker, it's good to see you, man. What's good?
Can't hear you, VP. Can't hear you.
If I say it, the man will say, I don't want to mute him. So you're telling him, we can't hear you. Well, Connor, let's hear you, my friend. Welcome to the show.
This is opening statement, Stanton.
Connor, don't do that thing, man. After turning the country, talk about opening statement, chief. We are talking about Musa Bedete, everybody leaving him, they're not building roads. That's what we're talking about. But Gura said if people make promises, they couldn't keep.
Well, I'm just going to roll with, the last voice that entered my head, which is Dr. Bropla's voice, which happens to say that political parties are now responsible for some of these miniature or mega projects. Because anybody who started on that path, I would assume that it's a false path. Because here we had a government that was in power, a party that was in power for 6 months. They have not even scratched a chicken coop since they left power. They're not even telling us what they will do when they come back. They have done nothing. And I think Musa Ability has done well in terms of.
Do you think the assertion that Musa is not living up to those promises that were made? Like Bangura said, reason why he left CMC. Who do you believe?
Well, even if Mr. Ability does nothing else, he has done something quite laudable that, like I said, a ruling establishment was in power. Party has been since the beginning of time in this second dispensation of our politics. They've done nothing. So if your man's landed, hit the ground running, meaning Musa Bilde, I think we should give him kudos for that. It's overwhelming, Stanton. Power is not guaranteed, but at the same time, he has done. If I would not have made promises, because once you make a promise, you have to be able to keep up to it. But even if he, for some reason, he's not able to deliver anymore, he has delivered. So I think we should give him some praises here for what he has done so far. But I will not hold him accountable if he's not able, because there's no. Sometimes when we start making some of this commitment, when we get there, that's where the corruption can start, because we want to recover our cost. And instead of that being a state project, we're kicking it in the pocket of an individual. That's not fair, in my own opinion. Could be wrong.
Thank you.
Not have made a promise in the first place. I would not have made it. Thank
you, Colonel Gray. Thank you very much. Vendetta, can you speak? Let's see if we'll hear you.
Yeah, I'm okay now, right?
Yes, we can hear you now, PP.
Okay, good. See, Mikey B has been a platform for political exploitation for a long time. These mistakes keep being repeated. If the presentations tonight by individuals who were with the CMC can willfully come on this platform to say promises are not fulfilled, then there is a problem. A political party is a government in waiting. Make no mistake. Because when you take power, it is your philosophy and ideology, including your platform. That's why you execute. So if you start on the wrong footing, you make promises that cannot be fulfilled, there's a reason to worry. Because a political party is a government in waiting. Within a political party, you experiment national government. The principles of good governance are exemplified in a political institution. But let me say this to our people, to Magidi. 2011, they exploited us. 2014, they exploited us. 2020, they exploited you. 2023, it was worse. And one of the reasons why politicians are quick to make promises, it's just simple. When a man visits your community today, he tries to tell you what you need to do for all of you to work together to build a unified society. You bring all of your problems.
Thank you.
And the man will be forced to make promises. And in many instances, those promises will not be fulfilled. We got to learn something.
Thank you very much, Vendetta. Thank you. So, guys, I'll give you guys a chance to weigh in on. We'll start with you, Jacob Jala. Let's go some Bangura because the others never had the time. So, Dr. Bople, Dr. George, and the rest of you, we came across this document that had Bangura name as part of the indictment document on those allegations that Mawani Deeks and others that were indicted. The one to quote, by the way, the two bomb is beautiful. And Bangura name on it, but apparently Bangura, for some kind of magic, his name wasn't mentioned when Councilor Mountain was calling the rest of the people name, but this is the original indictment. You care to weigh in on these things? What are you thinking? We'll let Bangura speak last. I'm going to go to Kev Hassan, then we'll go quickly around. Let's close on this. So we have an opportunity to Bangura. Kev, what do you think?
Yeah, I would like.
I didn't speak about the last issue.
Okay, go ahead, Jacob. Then we'll close on the Bangura.
I didn't speak. Yeah, I didn't speak about it. So I'll just make for a quick point. For example, I was just looking, for example, on the NEMO report on the government of Liberia. Whole government of Liberia that gets taxpayer money, hundreds of millions of dollars, even billions of dollars. And NEMO is following the government projects and intervention. 378 interventions, And then NEMO reported in January of this year. Do you know how many of the interventions are considered completed in the 12-month period? The government have like hundreds of millions of dollars. Anybody can guess the number? Out of 378, only 3. Out of 378 GOL intervention that NEMO is tracking, the government of Liberia fully completed just 3 in 12 months at 0.8%. So if you compare the government of Liberia to CMC has way better average in terms of project work, completion, and all of that, above the government of Liberia that get millions of dollars of taxpayer money every year. So when Bangura says he's moving to the government of Liberia or Unity Party, because CMC is not keeping their promises, it is a very fraudulent conclusion to reach. It's wrong. It's not backed by evidence. The CMC has better project records completion than the government of Liberia. NEMO says that, looking at telling you about evidence. So there has to be different reasons why my brother made the journey across the river. That's one. The final point I would like to make quickly is that, look, even if Mr. Ability stops at everything is done in 1 year, or the CMC study, the CMC will already have made the greatest history in the history of Liberia political development. Because somebody said Mr. Ability didn't give TAR. Right before me in Johnsonville, the hospital project, Mr. Ability gave $36,000 worth of material to build hospital. He spent hundreds of thousands of dollars already on development projects across the country. And you talking about a $30 TAR. So Bangura went and made a promise that you just pay for the TAR. You know, everything got to be Musa ability and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I would like to say, because I see let's tend to move on now to other topic. But yeah, I think Benedict is doing a great job. CMC is doing a great job. It's not a function of political parties to do projects. So this is a huge bonus. And this is very unprecedented. And Liberians appreciate the effort and the contribution of the CMC and Mr. Ability over the years. And we're there to support that.
It doesn't mean I want to move on. The fact is that I'm happy that Diamond and his team, great young men, will go to all of the locations that Ability have promised to people in different counties and see what's happening. To be fair and transparent, I think a lot of people, rightfully, a lot of people will appreciate to see what Ability have started something. So we're going to take the 1 week trip to go Bon County, Bombing, Grand Cape, Magibie, anywhere else to see those promises that were made, what Ability is keeping those promises. Now, like Conor Gray said, you're forced to make any promise. Nobody will hold you onto it. Just say, come vote for me. But if you make promise, you must keep it. So, Kev, let's go to the indictment, right? What's your closing on this indictment? About what actually happened?
To Jacob about that motive.
No, but we're not going that way. We're trickling in the rabbit hole. I beg you, Chief. I beg you, boss, please. Yeah. Go ahead, Kev.
Is my background get some noise?
No, you're good, Kev. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me say this, Stanton. A lot of people supported Jose Imam Boka based on saying he get clean record, he will fight corruption, and he will stretch in the country. But here we are now. If you're supporting them, you will not be prosecuted. We are seeing Thomas Fala. We lose 2020 election to Darius Dillon based on the Unity Party, the CPP at that time. The CPP at that time said Thomas Fala is the most corrupt human being in Liberia. They call him Thief Fire. We were flogged massively. The number was huge based on Thomas Fala. Huge. That carried on to 2023 based on Thomas Fala. Jose Imam Boka campaigned on it. Jose Imam Boka said Fala that role. He went for you. I say, you don't support this man. This man, we don't know him here. He's a rogue. He joined him, vanished in thin air. No more role. He's the leader for his 2029 campaign. Here we hear Mr. Bangura, name one on it. His name, Stanton pull it up. We see it. All of a sudden, his name vanished. The next day, he MDR. So the question to most of you honorable people on this platform, I want to see if people will condemn and call out Jose Iman Bokai that he mislead the Liberian people, and he continued to mislead the Liberian people, and he not what you guys thought he was.
So I'm going back to the question because we got to move on. Bangura name was only, Bangura is not indicted. He need disappear. I mean, where are you leaning here? We got to move on.
Because what we're leading here, good question, sir. What we're leading here, the government now saying you will only be corrupt if you're opposition. You will never be corrupt if you join us. So even if you steal, even if you rob the bank, so long you join us, you are good. And that's what we're saying here. And that's what I'm saying to the good people on this platform. I wait to hear you guys to condemn this president for putting that policy in place to all his lieutenants.
Thank you, Kev. Kev, thank you. Jacob, we'll come to you on the indictment. Just this indictment, I just put the first document in the chat from Fubi. You were asking for it. Jacob, go ahead. What say you with Bangura and his story? Whether his name was on, they removed his name. He's a government witness now. He will be testifying against the rest of that. He admitted here that he shared some of the money, the videos out there, right? So what say you?
No, stand on. We're knowledgeable people here. We like I said, with brains. You know, we're carrying brains here, and we can think properly. It's obvious to me that the decision behind Wilfred's dramatic shift has precisely everything to do with this indictment. You know, his name was on this indictment on the 7th. And on the 8th, he hurriedly resigned out of the Clear Blues car. In 24-hour period, the first day of indictment, his name disappeared. He's with MDR and he's with Vice President Kuhn. You know, Kuhn and performing their little monkey tricks. His name jumped out of the indictment again, it disappeared. So it has nothing to do, I can tell you for now, it has nothing to do with whether CMC or Musa Bede is meeting promises or not. It has nothing to do with that. I mean, I just proved here with the evidence that the government, that CMC has been better performance record on our promises compared to the whole government of Liberia in 12 months, according to the Nemo report. So it has everything to do with this indictment. Now, it's clear, the government, I've always said that, I've said it repeatedly here, even including Mr. Tue case and all of that. The government action on the fight against corruption is politically motivated. You know, they're picking and choosing, they're cherry picking here and there. Those who are political opponents, they want to nail you on the cross. Those who are supporters of the party of them, they play games. So if you do the fight on corruption like that, you lose credibility whatsoever on it. And that's why we're witnessing here, you know, with the whole arresting and all of that. So it is wrong. And I think the Liberian people see it very, very vividly, that the whole fight against corruption is a very fraudulent one from the United Party, and it's headed nowhere. It's intended to cancel all opposition people or people who they think.
Let me ask you a question. So the first indictment registered from the grand jury that they should go after Wilfred Bangura. Then somebody came up with another copy that his name disappeared. Do you think the government is in trouble here?
Oh, yeah.
Because one of these lawyers will fight this thing, though, right?
Yeah, because definitely you are eroding the credibility of the fight by doing this kind of political monkey tricks. Because somebody neon lazy after 24 hours, they move from Musa Bede party, they go to you. So you know, these are all like, I talk about it today, like Rabba Mugabe star, you know, a thing. You know, you get some kind of dirt on somebody, and you know, you flash them and say, you better come on the side, yeah, otherwise you're going to go to jail and all that kind of stuff. So it's no serious matter, and I think that's what happened with the Bangura kid. And I think he panicked and then, you know, and then made the move because he doesn't want to be harassed by the government. So it has nothing to do with Musa Bede or CMC performance or keeping promises. That point needs to be made quite clear.
What you think, Fubi? You think the government is in trouble here? The government, if all these allegations and assertion is true, but he was called April, May, June. I read question him. He said that prior to you guys coming on, right? He went in with his lawyer. He answered question. I'm talking about Wilfred Bangura. But it's concerning now that we have these documents and what the government position? What would the government tell Mawani Dick's lawyer? Your deputy for administration went on the fish, distributed money. Some were hearing that it was blank check. That was never catch. We are hearing that, and he gave his testimony. I am in possession of his testimony to the investigators, right? Thank God it was leaked, right? But I'm not going to share his testimony because he's one of our panelists. I got to be fair with him here now, not to have something. But the fact that, here we are, his name is no longer on the indictment. Do you think the government is in trouble here, Fubi?
No, as for that, no, the government is not in trouble. It's part of the legal process. If they indicted him initially and came out with a compromise, the government legally they got a right to take him off the indictment and use him as state witness. That's acceptable under the law, and the government cannot be punished for that because they got all legal grounds to do that. And those kind of witnesses are even strong witnesses because they are considered insider and they have more details about the whole issue or whatever scheme that took place. So that is not against the law. Legally it's accepted, and the people get waiver from different cases on that note. And the point my man Jacob was doing, Jacob, you were on the show. You gotta allow the political leader to come defend you. Some points that the political leader are making, you should have been the one making no points. You don't
tell me what to say. Just what you say.
You can't call the political leader to come on the show to come talk about we got bridge here, we got this other play here.
Is that your business? It's not your business. Just shut up and talk about what you want to.
You should have been there to defend the man clearly. So Jacob, next time do the background work and do it.
Talking rubbish.
Don't for you when you're on the platform.
The political leader can say what I keep quiet.
Details about the party. So don't drag the political leader next time on the show. You're on the defensive.
Not the political leader. You better say who you don't be silly, man.
That was unfair to Mr. Belete. You can't be on the show. The political leader can't defend you while you're on the show. You can't do that.
Defend me? The political leader defended me?
You can't do that. Next time.
No, let me tell you that the political leader defended me. Let me defended me.
Defend the party.
Jigga, that's okay. Jigga, that's okay. Fubi, thank you very much. You got problems, Fubi. Leave the man alone.
Emmanuel, defend me. You said nothing about me. So don't.
Emmanuel, I see Jigga went to the court. He said, "I mean, what you hear? They say I was 720. Man, I hear anything."
Yeah, but if I hear anything, I must say I hear something.
You're bad, man.
You need to lie.
What was that the question? He said we pay a transportation.
You're not transfer me there.
Yeah, you know how I'm going to go to the court. I'm accountable to you. Yeah.
Oh Lord. Emmanuel and Fubi was saying, right? Let's go ahead and make progress here on the indictment. I really want to hear from that both players as well on this one. But Fubi is right though. If Bangura strike a deal, right, or plea deal, it's legal. It's legal.
Can we ask Bangura to strike a deal?
Yeah, many of us.
Can we ask him?
First of all, let me.
After the guys, you can ask him when we get to you. Go ahead.
Let me lay the premise that our fellow panelist, Mr. Wilfred Bangura, has a right under the Liberian Constitution to associate and disassociate with any political party. That's his right. But Mr. Bangura, in an interview that was led by Dr. Brobler, revealed to us that his stay and moving from party to party was in the strategic interest of the MDR. When he and the late Prince Johnson agreed that he was going to stay in the Unity Party in the CDC government, while Prince Johnson go and support the Unity Party. So it may still continue to be in the strategic interest for him to have gone to the CMC and then to finally decide that he's coming back home to the MDR, and that's his right. Again, many of us fail to realize that prosecuting cases can be very expensive. And often at times, prosecutors, because they don't want to spend time and they don't want to spend energy and they don't want to spend the amount of money they have on prosecuting a case, they try to find state witness. So the document that shows his name, and also show that his name was removed, is possible. And Mr. Bangura is here. He's a grown man. In his part of the world, we say he's an adult. He can speak for himself. But it appears that he may have reached a bargain with the prosecutors, and it's part of the judicial system. It's accepted, it's appreciated, and we do that. It is done all the time in every part of the world that you have this type of prosecution. So if he caught a deal for himself, that's great. We look forward to the case. If the case starts, he get on the witness stand, the defense will have the opportunity of asking him questions and questioning around what happened there. But I think this whole issue of that $1.8 million is appalling, it's disgusting. The whole alleged issue is sickening, because monies that should have been given to our mothers who are market women, who are farmers, that money, it appears and it's alleged ended up in the pocket of few people. That is very sick, and I believe the government should prosecute the case, and I look forward to following that case. And if those indicted they are wrong by the government, then they will be set free. If not, it's a disgusting issue to steal the money from our poor female farmers. I work with women farmers when I work in Liberia. I know that they are the background, the bedrock of Liberia farming communities.
Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Dr. George. Dr. Bopler, let's say you on this though.
Starter, Fubi spoke correctly in terms of movement from being indicted to being a state witness. If you become a state witness, they're going to take you off that, and because they feel like you have information that could be helpful to the case. So that's legal, that's normal. But the rest of this stuff, why Wilfred name came out, I don't want to speculate. Wilfred's here. So I'll just yield my time, to my esteemed friend, and then he can just help us all, to understand what happened there. The name is there, the name is not there. Wilfred can just clear the air, not just for us on the show, but for the thousand people who listen. So I'll yield my time to my esteemed friend.
Yeah, we'll get to him. Thank you, Dr. Monsieur. Thank you very much, Chief. Conor Gray, we have seen the indictment. We have the second document here. Wilfred name disappeared from the second one. But this is common. You strike a plea bargain, and well, you get the better side of the bargain. Talk to us, Conor Gray.
Stanton, I'm one guy that I found on the idea that because you support a special political party and they came to power, so you should break the rule and you should go scotch-free, you should be a sacred cow. I found on that idea. That's why when they've been beating around that certain people that supported this government into power are victims today, I don't like that undertone. That said, I also hear people speaking on both sides of the mouth. They're saying that when you support this government, you're a sacred cow, you can go scotch-free. So I just don't know which side people belong. Stay on your lane. If you believe that you support this government, you can be a victim, then stay there. If you believe that when you support this government, you can go scotch-free on any activity, then you confuse me. But I say this, I like the tone Mr. Henry struck. he said, plea bargaining is part of the judicial process. Everybody else should know that. The DA can give you a rule and you can walk and serve as a state witness. It makes the case much easier to prosecute, which is the end goal. So I don't understand why somebody will conflict that with someone and transition from one party to the other. And I feel Mr. Bangura is credible enough. He has told us why he left one party for the other. But this could be a separate situation that you can commingle the two of them. I don't see any wisdom in doing that, but I know definitely if he's going to serve as state witness, definitely they will not put him there as an indictee because it's going to help the case to go forward, and that's the end goal of any prosecutor, Stanton.
Yeah, Vandera.
So I saw the document in the chat room, and I'm finding it very difficult to believe as to whether that document is authentic. I don't know the source. But one thing I want us to establish.
I'll put it in the chat room, Vandera. How the source I put it in the chat room?
No, you share it. I see you share it. It's showing that you forward it from somewhere else.
Then I leave it back. Go ahead.
So we don't know the source. Until that source can be established, I don't believe it. It has no signature. I can do that in document and share it. But that's not an issue. I have said here consistently, like many of you, I can vouch for you. Bangura is a respectable man. And like I said the other day, he served as acting minister of commerce on many occasions. And he was deputy minister for administration at the Ministry of Commerce. He executed his tax with distinction. At any point in time, if the asset recovery believe that we can ask somebody who was next in line when it comes to executing the policies of that ministry to testify his honor obligation to do that. I don't want us to mix his leaving from the CMC to go back to his political party. As a matter of fact, in the CDC, Len Eugene Nangbe, when he resigned from the CDC in 2011, he said CDC was taken over by extremists. The recordings are there. Yeah, Google VOA. He crossed over to the United Party. Spent 12 years. The moment President Weah won the election 2018, he came right back to the party. Can we conclude that you are escaping prosecution? Because the CDC then, including me, we said the United Party was corrupt and that the people should not give them the third term. So you will always see people leaving from one political party to another. This thing happened with Tiaje. Tiaje left the CDC in 2005. He went to the United Party. In 2018, the moment President Weah won election, he came right back. He regained his status. Bangura was expelled because he took a line that was unorthodox. The party have decided and said, this man is our son. There's no place to go home. Come back home. So he should not reconcile with a political institution. Is that what he's saying? You kept Hassan. You fell apart on this platform with the CEO. What brought you back here? Is it not a spirit of reconciliation? And you come here, you want to talk Tabata? Including me, we have a serious disagreement. Disagreement will always ensue. We came back, we are here. So under the spirit of reconciliation, you enjoy you sitting here all the time with your beer like an intellectual. But when you come here, you want to circumvent issue. So the same spirit of reconciliation you enjoy, all us are enjoying it. So give them the opportunity. Bangura, like I said, his honor obligation by the court to serve as state winner or whatever, to say what he knows about the situation at the Ministry of Commerce.
Thank you, Rupi. Thanks. 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 So Bangura, away from my brother, you know, this is what we can do. It's nothing personal. A lot of, since we started this, a lot of people saying this thing, which actually, look at, Fubi put your hand on your head thing. They say I used to get a woman at a check, Emmanuel George, right? Write a check in the people that need, they put go cash a check and give her the money. Eh. Oh, the man gone.
Stanton.
You know, I'm kind of a lot of things coming to me by when I care.
No, Stanton, we have to ask Mr. Bangura.
But I'm coming there. Can I let it through? I will come to you. Kev, I don't like when you interrupt me like this, but I've been giving information to our audience. You can just call me over, man. Kev, you got to stop this thing. It's not right. That was from that party was very with you yesterday. You got to stop this thing. You got to respect your superior on the show. You got to stop.
You met with that, that's what
Emmanuel, though, they say it's like a revolving door, right? Rewind. You know the dimension when you go do your money changing, right, Fubi? They will get a woman in the check. Put a woman in there, the woman will go cash a check and get in the money and get a woman in small thing. I'm getting a copy of these checks. But you're right, Kev. Let's start with you. We put Wilfred Bangura back on the hot seat. You guys have questions for him, and then we'll move on. We got to move on. President Banga is on his way to America. We're talking about the president trip. Yeah, we got to talk about the printing of 79 billion Liberian money. Who benefit? And now don't forget Putu Mountain story. There goes Sepe. Easy, quiet. What happening? We got a new development on the Putu Mountain story. We hope we can get to it. And this whole noise on the street about who let the dog out. Who? Did I put the dog back in the fence? Beware of bad dogs, waka dogs. Okay? So, okay, let's finish with Bangura's story here. You have a question about Bangura?
Mr. Bangura, the government offer you any plea deal in order for them to remove your name from that list? Mr. Bangura, can you hear us?
Bangura is frozen in time.
Bangura? You see, my thing is that, as you know, seriously, the government bought Starline for him and new router, everything, but it's not adding up. It's not.
Because the reason Stanton, you need to answer that question.
CMC, we're doing better than the government.
Jacob, I beg you, my brother, leave that one. This is serious, Jacob.
Call Fubi for Jacob. Jacob will be quiet.
Jacob, my man,
I will bury him any day. You know,
my man, Kev, you are not recognized. Kev, you are not recognized.
Okay, help people here. But man, this is serious. We see people trying to flip this thing, including folks are within the opposition and talking about plea thing. The man did not even. No case. Nobody talk to the man. They offer the man nothing. They didn't move the man in. You see, folks say that they offer you a plea deal. They ain't talk to the man. They're saying one day between the man flip. Then my doctor.
I will bring you in real quick, right? Kev, I beg you, let me hold you there. There's two prongs to this story, Dr. Bropla, right? Well, what was the position of the opposition? Seriously, you're getting mad because if it is true that Bangura strike or plea bagging, are you getting mad because of that? This is what people do.
But that is not the.
Can't wait now. Can't wait.
First of all, that to establish if that is true.
But Kefiko wait now. The man will come by. You were asking that both play. This is common, right? You can go through a plea bagging. That's not a crime. It's legal.
But that's not the subject.
I'm not asking you, Kev. I'm asking Dr. Bople, my man. Wait. Dr. Bople, what do you think, though?
Well, Santa, I already spoke on it. I said it's legal.
Right.
It's
so that the next thing I needed your attention. That's why I'm calling you.
The man get problem. He here now. He here. I beg you, Stanton.
What are you smoking?
Mr. Bangura.
The man gone.
Put him in the back. You put him in the back. That's still not put him in the back.
No, I didn't. The man go like said, I'm listening. The man have a serious internet problem. But are you hearing us? I mean, and the 5,000 Jeremiah couldn't get Bangura to face the internet. Let it. 5,000 again. Bangura, are you hearing us? Can you unmute?
Can I respond to Countdown?
Yeah, we're waiting for you. And my chefs on the money Jeremiah can
you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I can hear you. Are you hearing me? Thank you.
He got a delay there because he's listening to something else.
Kev, you know, I laughed when Dilak said your beer resembles an intellectual. that was very funny to me. The answer is no, Kev.
The answer is no. Thank you. I finish. All of y'all who say yes, you take it back. Thank you. You know, with no.
But you couldn't let move on now before the man internet go off too now. Just wait small. We used to the man out. No, but we used to the man on a time basis, the man internet will soon go off. You know, Jeremiah couldn't get a man 5,000, but he didn't pay all the 5,000. The man gets pay internet. So, Jacob, on this indictment, you have a question from Bagura. Let me leave you alone because what was the question, Bagura? That a both play. You say you have a question for the brother?
No. I just wanted him. Okay, so his name was on, then his name is off. So maybe he can clarify for us and for the public the movement and the cost thereof. That's what I'm saying. The name was there. The name not there. What happened? You muted. You muted. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Wilfred.
It would take 2 minutes for him to hear us. Wilfred, you killing us, my brother.
Wilfred, please unmute yourself.
So the more you talk, the more the man will not do it because it get delayed.
Yeah, because
right?
it get delayed. Yeah. So the more you talk.
But let me say this though, right? Fubi, you think it was a bad move, even if the government strike a deal with this guy to come back?
No, that subject should not be being discussed.
No, but did that team, man, did that team to get a man?
No.
Fubi, what say you though? The government saw an opportunity to bring this guy home, right? And still come and support us politically now, not legally. What do you think?
Oh, politically, it's a good move. Politics is about you pulling strings from different angles, and whatever you can do to weaken your opponent and strengthen your side, I think you can go for that. So if the party is doing that to break other emerging parties like the CMC, that's a good strategy for them. You know, Jacob then will keep struggling because they will keep pulling people from one of them. Mark Blair gone, Wilfred gone. Last time you said Yogi was so big going, and we don't know whether they coming for Jacob himself because Jacob all party.
Yeah. Well, what about Dazzle Johnson and all?
Gone too. So,
what you say about me? You say what?
But Jacob, we don't hear about Westmore. You will soon go to once the press is ready, you will go. I'm trying to set an appointment between Jacob and Jeremiah Kuhn. Jacob will be meeting Jeremiah Kuhn in the next few weeks. I just
why you get me tonight after the show? There, you go to your
no, but
that has Stanton recruit Conor Gray. Conor Gray was ASC. Conor Gray
the thing with you though, I gotta set an appointment with you and No, we can do it tonight in time. We're gonna set an appointment. You will soon meet Jeremiah Kuhn. Once you meet Jeremiah Kuhn, the press is right. You can't leave. You can't come back the same. You just can't come back the same.
If Jeremiah could give me any money, I will bring it to Musa Bede. We'll play a t-shirt for Tony now.
No problem. At least you agree that you accept the money. So that's the first thing.
The young guy who men are running behind, they can eat a lot of money to go take care of the other boyfriend.
So on a serious note, I'm pushing for. I know that Bople already with Joseph Barker. Vandela Patrick already supporting Joseph Barker. Conor Gray is supporting Joseph Barker. Fubi is supporting Joseph Barker. Now we get Wilfred. My job here now is to make the formal introduction between Jacob Jada and Jeremiah Kwankun. And I certainly make everything available. We're not coming to you that Vandela. We're not coming to you that way. I certainly Vandela, wait now, you will tell your we get you chance by let me finish my baking chief. All right, but still if I really want to see Jeremiah Musa Bede not take me to him, Musa Bede friend, I gotta wait for you to come away America. I don't need to come from America. I really don't. Oh, okay. No, a lot of people have sent to Jeremiah. I'm ready. I make it happen. So you see, let me say this: people gotta know politics. People gotta know politics, right? Jeremiah will meet Jacob Jada and we'll post that picture, right? I want nothing from Jeremiah.
I'll be recruiting Jacob.
There you go.
Can I say something? Gentlemen, please, 10 seconds.
I'll be coming for you, Jacob.
Can I say something to Dr. Buble?
Don't waste your time.
Yeah, Jacob. Jacob, in that team.
I want job. I don't like working. I retired 9 years ago.
Jacob.
I listen to go to work. I don't let government work.
Jacob, we're not giving you the job. You got to understand, man, we're talking behind the scene. You and myself started a conversation today. You told me, say, just for him, say, we're not being bad.
Don't hear your head on it.
That's a lie. That's a big lie, aren't you?
Okay, I want to ask Dr. Bople and Dr. George a question. 10 seconds. We all know that plea bargaining is legal. Fair enough, legal, right? We all know that. But it got to be announced. It got to be formal. The public need to know.
It got to be announced where?
Okay, Stephen, let me finish now.
You say it got to be announced. I just said where.
Oh, the public need to know what's going on in corruption case, as they're saying. Who?
No, but they are not going to court yet.
Okay, thank you. So, Mr. Bangra said there's no plea bargain, no offer. So we'll take that plea bargain legality out of it now. Never. So we can sell that. The real thing is why his name vanished in thin air. So
let me answer you quickly. The issue is that
wait. Because he said there's no plea bargain. If we come up
legally,
if we come up and say plea bargain, then we'll get something to talk here. But he said no. So why? Why?
Can we go legally? He's right. Right? Everything that happening, his lawyer and the persecutor, they are in conversation. He's not allowed to speak to this issue. I expected with but when we can do that. I'll have to meet you, my man. You ask question way. When they go to court, they set a time already, right, Fubi? His lawyer in court, the other lawyer will call for discovery, and all these things will be revealed to the persecutor and the defense lawyer, and they will say, hey, listen, you had this man there before, what happened? And the person say, the man is our witness. He's a step witness. And all this thing will come out right now. Wilfred just hearing, that's why I don't want to push it. He shouldn't have said anything on the show concerning that because he knows what's up. So if he said maybe he wasn't there, that's a good answer he gave you that his name wasn't on. So therefore now it's up to the other people then to figure out how his name got there and how his name got removed. That's not him. He would not incriminate himself. But guys, let's close the show. 7 o'clock. I didn't eat today. President Barker on his way to America. What say you? Quickly, we can go through it. He going to Sacramento to receive some kind of peace accord. Then from there, I think he's going to receive the global peace. How do you call that one? Which one? Lehman Bowen received the international peace accord. How you call that one?
The Nobel Peace Prize. The Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, I think President Barker come to receive the Nobel Peace Prize, the African version, right? Emmanuel, is that it?
Yeah, that. Well,
Emmanuel, I say Emmanuel that of popular. Leave me alone with my joke.
Well, I don't know whether it's the African version of the Nobel Peace Prize, but I know that there is a university in Sacramento that is giving a prize, and our president decided to fly from Liberia to to Sacramento because a university Department of Peace and Conflict Studies. So it's a department in the university. So I don't know how I've been researching.
Is this a serious thing though? The president will have to come to receive a Department Peace Prize. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, everyone in Liberia knows my stance on president travel. The president is wasting Liberian taxpayer money to travel for to a program that had no impactful significance on the Liberian people. The only thing about the president trip that that is his visit to Rhode Island, because that's where his medical doctor is. That's where the president will have to go and do his medical check. But it's unfortunate sorry. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, the president said that those of us who live outside the country, we should not criticize because we don't know what's happening in country. Now he's sick. Now for his medical examination, he had to come to the place. The same people he was condemning, he had to come here and join us. Who should not talk in the country matter? The president is coming to Rhode Island now to join us so he can have a medical examination on our taxpayer money, on our money for him to have that. But he felt very well insulting us and telling those of us who live here in the diaspora that we should not put our money in Liberian team because we live there with them. But yeah, he said now he's here. He's going to be in the U.S. He's going to go to Rhode Island.
I hate to talk about the president's medical condition, but I think that I will pass on that one. I don't know whether he's coming for medical checkup though.
Well, the president doctor is in Rhode Island. So, and everyone know his doctor is in Rhode Island, and he's going from California. He's going to Rhode Island now.
He got family member in Rhode Island. He got Sir Johnny, his brother, his family, his people there. But either or, so what? You want the president to?
I'm not speaking to his medical condition. I'm speaking to the fact that he's come. I'm excited that he's coming for examination, but he's coming to join those of us who were insulting yesterday. That we
is there anything on the report that he's coming for examination? Is that what the executive mansion said?
Well, the executive mansion have never reported in the last 20 years when the president is coming off of examination, but I definitely know that his doctor is in Rhode Island, and I definitely know.
So you're just speculating, right?
The few trips that he has made to Rhode Island has been made because he spent time to see his doctor once he visited Rhode Island. There's nothing wrong with him coming for examination. It's just the fact that he said those are who live outside the country, we should not criticize those of them who live in the country. Now, instead of him going to JFK for them to do a medical examination, he's coming to Rhode Island to do that. Oh.
No, I want to bring Dr. Bubla in. Dr. Bubla, then we can talk about the peace building award they're going to give President Barker. That's fun. I'm not too interested in that. But there's nothing out there that the president is coming for medical checkup or examination, though. I don't know where Emmanuel George is going on with this one.
So, if the president, has a right to go anywhere he wants to go for medical checkup. If he's coming for medical checkup, he's coming for medical checkup. He needs it. Take it. Typically, though.
Oh, you're not fighting for JFK again, Dr. Bubla? That all government officials, all leaders should stay in the country and go to JFK or the government hospital redemption for the full medical checkup. You're not advocating for that anymore.
I am advocating for that. What I was trying to respond to the setup of your question. One, did E-Mansion announce that the president can check out? The point I want to make is if the president coming for checkup,
the e-mention would say that the president go medical checkup. There's nothing wrong. That's usually public information. But I believe that we ought to fix our own medical facilities here in Liberia, and we should be coming to hospitals here. If we all, especially top government officials, had to get medical checkup here, we'll fix the place. And we should, just like the Ghanaians did in Ghana. We should upgrade our medical facilities so our president go to hospital right here and top government officials go right here, and people with a lot of money can go to hospital right here. We shouldn't have to run out of the country or want semi-okay medical help. We should fix this place. Our place should not be eternally just mediocre and poor facility. Healthcare is big. That's part of the big part of the president's agenda. So put the money in there, and everybody benefits. So.
Listen. When will we see a president saying, "I will not go anywhere. I will face this hospital, and I will be here"? Great. When would that day ever happen? Because he used to push on a George Manor where all of the folks would leave and go Ghana and Turkey and other places. Even blood pressure check, they're running there. If what Imara Joy is saying is true, I thought President Barker step down on that and say, Liberia will be the place, that people come to for medical treatment. He say, Liberia will be the gateway. What are you hearing, Conor Gray? If this is true, though, listen, the president, 80, 81-year-old, 79, whatever his age is, I wish him wealth and long life. But do you think we come to the place in this government that every government official must go to government hospital to receive medical care?
Well, I think it's part of the president's arrest agenda. But the month of May is noted in the United States for graduation exercises. And when a president is invited to an occasion, it's not, you don't dismiss it as inessential or not important. Matter of fact, the president, if he's invited to speak, he gets paid. And so it's a paid moment. Most presidents look for those kinds of opportunity to be able to be invited. Here in the United States, some people come to Harvard. Madam Selif has done it.
Have you read the invite to the president for that program? You pay. The department don't pay you. Go read it. You pay. You register.
They pay you.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Go by and read it on a grade. You register. You pay. Everybody that come in and pay.
We're conjecturing. Somebody is saying
I'm not conjecturing. I'm saying that you got to register and pay. They say I'm conjecturing. What?
For the program?
Everybody. Yeah, people got to register. Those former people, we receive another prison officer from Nigeria. Another man from Ivory Coast, they register. Go read about it, Conor Gray.
Well, the president is an invited guest on that occasion, so he's not going to go pay to attend.
No, they invite you, but you pay, Conor Gray. Please read about it before you talk. Yeah.
Okay. Before we go further than that, let me say this. A lot of times people fail to realize that politics is an art of the possible. Most time people say, oh, this person didn't sign this. This person, you expect the people to come out in the open and say, we'll sign this when people have approached them. So, for instance, the removal of that former lawmaker. You expect people to come out here politically and say, I sign it. Those kinds of things. I hear people who brand themselves as political guru. You're not smart enough to know that people.
Where you carry on that? We're talking about
I carry you guys to remind you that in politics, not everything will be placed out here. And mostly we think that this is the gospel that you can go find in the Holy Bible and read chapter this, chapter that. That's not what politics is all about. I'm trying to say there are a lot of things that the president would do behind the as you can call Jade, that most of us do not know with their conjecture. So I don't buy it.
Let's go back. Emmanuel Jones said the president coming for treatment, medical check.
If the president is coming for that, I'm a citizen or I'm a resident of the United States, right? If I go to the hospital, I pay for my pocket. The president seeks medical opportunity here, he pays. The government of the Republic of Liberia will pay. People used to come here and go to Mayo Clinic, for some of the best treatments. But it's not free. It's not on taxpayers' money. You pay.
We are not saying that whether they will not pay. We are saying that why can't we face the hospital system in Liberia, the healthcare system, and get treatment? That's something we fought George.
All I'm telling you, you take one step at a time, but that does not mean the president should remain sick in office, but that'll be one step at a time.
Okay, so we take one step at a time. Can I go you for that in the one?
Yeah, we're talking about road connectivity, we're talking about this, we're talking about that.
Okay, so we take one step at a time. In the meantime, the president can come to America for treatment. Ain't gonna agree. But Jacob, the president Jacob.
All Liberian presidents, since let's say right after the war, everybody can campaign to face JFK, but nobody ever, when they get to the power, they forget about that JFK even existing. So that story there we know about it, everybody will campaign, oh, JFK is terrible on the campaign trail. By the time, they ring the national anthem or get inaugurated, JFK is thrown to the trash can or something like that. So it's not strange.
So your suggestion?
No, my suggestion is to invest in JFK. Why is it impossible for the government to take?
Do you think President Obama will do this in this first term? Do you think he will?
I don't believe so. Liberian governments are always not serious. How long to take $50 million and invest in JFK and turn it to some kind of center for medical tourism and start making money from it for people to come from around the world? Meta still just gave the country $200 million.
Yeah, $200 million gone, my man. They gave $30 million to private for the Sierra Leone guy. That's why you saw Bio in the country celebrating with the guy. Bio not east of that money, so that won't come. But let me bring in Winfred Bangura. Bangura, are you from Sierra Leone? That Bangura name sound like you have a relationship with Sierra Leone. Okay. Bangura not talking to us today.
Bangura, man, your line is bad today. What's going on?
Bangura not talking to us today.
Yeah, my ancestry is traceable there. Just as other people have ancestry in Guinea and Ivory Coast in these neighboring countries. Yes.
Okay, so your family from Sierra Leone. That way I brought Pape Ford to give him $464 million of the Liberian people money. All right, but what do you make of the president coming for treatment here in Rhode Island? Like Emmanuel said, and I mean, I want no trouble to people who call me today. What do you make of that? If it is true that the president coming for treatment, what say you?
Well, I'm never going to give that a thought. I'm not going to take what Emmanuel says, because Emmanuel, this is Emmanuel's opinion, and this is not a fact. The executive mansion released the reason for the president's struggle. So it did not say anywhere there that the president went for medical treatment. So this is his opinion, and it's unfortunate that we even want to discuss it, because clearly it's outside of the box. The release did not state that. We want to wish the president Godspeed during his activities in the United States. He's going to be representing the nation state. We wish him well, and we wish the delegation well. We know that anytime he steps out of Liberia, he's going there for purpose, for the sake of the country, to continue to push Liberia forward, to continue to make Liberia's case, and the best way he is doing. So we're thankful to God for that. For the duration of his stay in the United States, we're looking forward to a pleasant stay. And all of his deliberations, we know that Liberia is always going to be first, because this man has served this country all of his life, and he has arrived at the very pinnacle of leadership in the country. And so all about President Boakai now is legacy. He's striving to leave legacy. He wants to leave something behind, a positive that he can be remembered for. So everything else he's doing is about his legacy. And we're here to support that legacy project.
Which one of the legacy he will leave? Which one of the legacy he will leave?
With medical, and I would like for us to stick to the release from the executive mansion.
Which one of the legacy he will leave back? Which one?
Which one, like I said, the man will leave for people to say, yeah. Kev, about to talk about that. Kev, let hear you.
The president wants to leave behind a prosperous Liberia, a more productive civil society, and a Liberia of our collective dreams. A secure Liberia.
After the president called the people dog, then he won't leave a prosperous Liberia, but leave alone, man. But anyway, let's go ahead. Rosemary, if you're hearing me, can you come on the show? Dr. Bobla will take over. Let me go in peace before I say something I want to say. That Bobla will close the show. You got to wait everybody close now.
Let me say my own quick now.
Go ahead. Rosemary, can you come on?
There is this delay.
Yeah, but Stanton,
I don't know. It's your internet. So actually, how much American gave you for you to get internet? They didn't spend all the money.
Listen now, Stanton. You see, we'll talk about the indictment. The main internet will buy. We'll figure out when the main internet comes strong. Oh man, let's go to the Pape trip. Yeah, and anybody believe that the Pape?
But Kev, I believe you. When we're talking about indictment, the man was on and off. He couldn't sit. They may have been here for 3 minutes, not talking freely. Kev,
what is he saying? The legendary Kev.
The man escaped from the indictment. But ladies and gentlemen, may God bless you. May God keep you from my end. I love you. Join us tomorrow. We had a wonderful show today. And I gotta go down to Bobla. Bobla is all yours, sir. Have a wonderful evening, folks. As we do our closing. Rosemary, thank you for producing for us tonight. I'm out.
Okay. Good night, CEO. We'll see you tomorrow by God's grace. Rosemary, thank you not only for being here tonight, but for all that you do. Gentlemen, thank you for being on the show. 1 minute.
I and Rosemary have the same hairstyle today.
My man, stop it. Stop it.
Stop it.
No, you gotta have hair to have style. Move right here. Rosemary, thank you for being on and holding it down for us and making the show possible. Appreciate you. Gentlemen, let's close. No, the 1 minute closing. Each person, let's move around with closing.
Okay, let me go. Let me go quick. Yeah.
Let's start. No, Kev, you want to talk about other things. My man, close.
I'm closing now.
Go ahead.
No, I'm closing.
Go ahead.
But we're putting everything together, including Mr. Bangura. I hope, Mr. Bangura, you turn over the CMC truck, because somebody said they stay seeing it in your compound. But let me say this, right? The government puts $9.1 million for JFK, $9.1 million in the 2026 budget. NSA 22 point something million dollar, $22 million for NSA. For the yellow machine maintenance, they put in $50 million. You're telling me the president priorities towards healthcare. And Emmanuel George is right. His doctor is in Rhode Island. We have all the document. That's why he did a pacemaker. He got to come and recharge the pacemaker. Yes. All right. Because our government paid for that.
Okay, so Kev, let's stay close. Don't get into the personal here, especially when those
the president health is a fair deal.
Yes, but listen. But the government did not announce that he's coming to do pacemaker and all that. So let's stay away from that.
Because we have sources.
30 seconds.
We have sources.
Yeah, but no, don't do that. No. Something, listen. Something that important, okay? Yes, he's the president, and much of his life is public. The president has a health issue. The people need to know, but the government will tell us. They didn't tell us, don't speculate, please. You don't work in the hospital where the president goes for his treatment. And don't go there. You got 15 seconds, my man, close. Don't go on the president's health. Leave that, please.
I told the entire public that he had a pacemaker, so I know I got sources there. So it's a fact. I don't know why the president health should be a taboo.
It's not a taboo. Okay, my man. Let's go to Mary Joy.
Anyway, you can move on it.
Yeah, Kev, thank you. Dr. George, please.
Yeah. Thank you, fellow panelists and Rosemary, for holding down the fort. It's been a wonderful conversation we have had. I appreciate those of you who are watching on Facebook, YouTube, television, and on listening to us on the radio. Look, we have discussed several issues this evening. I came on late, so I didn't start with from the beginning of the conversation. We discussed the issue of the document from Arab that appears to have Mr. Bangura's name on it initially and were removed, and it's part of the judiciary system. Every government tried to save money on court cases because it's very expensive, and at times you have witnesses who are spoken to be state witness. Mr. Bangura have clearly said that he have not been approached in that situation, so we look forward to the beginning of the case. The president visit here to the U.S. I don't want to miss this thing, so I'm going to read it, and I hope I'll finish it within my time. So, Dr. Brugler, you can stop me if I'm going above the time. The California State University Sacramento College of Health and Human Services, the Center of African Peace and Conflict Resolution, in collaboration with CSU Sacramento, Project Rebound, Institute of Peace and Conflict Resolution Nigeria, Ghana Association of Certified Mediators and Arbitrators present the 34th Annual International Conference, Beyond Crime and Punishment, Violence, Prevention, and Peace Education. This is not a prestigious reward as the executive branch on page is trying to convince us. There's no history of it being prestigious. Yes, there's a history that Dr. Ernest, who started this, institute 30 years ago, is respected in the international community for the work he has done in peace and conflict studies. But there's no history that this award is a prestigious award. The presidents of Liberia should not be wasting taxpayer money to attend it seems our president, when anybody send invitation, he leaves the country. So hopefully we in 2026 we'll try to stop these things. And again, I did not say the president was coming for treatment. I said he was coming for his medical examination. There's a difference between being examined and having a treatment. So those of you who are flying up and down with treatment, I did not say that. I said he came in, when he get to Rhode Island, there where his doctor is, he's going to have an examination.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Conor Gray, let's close.
You know, Doc, first thing I want to say is anytime a president attends a conference of that nature, he uses that as a means to lobby so that Liberians in an infinite moment can have opportunities to probably attend some of those universities. So it's not only going there just to go rub shoulder, but it's going there to seek opportunity. That's the line of a president. That's what you do. You jump on every opportunity that comes your way. So I want to be able to say that majority of our maternal mortality, in other words, women who are pregnant, before they made it to the hospital, half of the time they've lost the child and probably their own lives. When you have a yellow machine that is geared towards opening some of these roadways that will make hospital to village road open, you don't count the cost. $50 million might seem a lot, but if that is what it takes to secure this equipment to be in the dungeon, the various areas that they'll be operating from, I don't see why we keep on beating on this. You're going to be cutting down the trip from your place of residence to the hospital by almost half, almost nothing. You know, so that $50 million it's not an annual deal. It's a one-time thing, and then from there they'll find a sizable amount of money to run those machines. Those machines will bring relief to our country. You know, and with the president making a trip abroad, we hope that it will benefit Liberia. If anybody has any reason to believe that his trip will not benefit our country, well, say so. But as far as I know, President Buckeye does not fancy the idea to just leave Liberian, come abroad, fly on a plane at his age if there was nothing rewarding to it. That's my position for the night. And I want to say tomorrow is my wife's birthday. I may or may not be here. If I'm coming in just to send her a treat and make sure that the rest of the world knows that tomorrow is the day and I'll be celebrating with her. Yeah.
Tell her we say happy birthday. Tell her we say happy birthday from the Stone Show. Happy birthday. Phoebe, let's close. Let's hear you.
You made it this time, Colonel Gray. You made it. I'm happy.
Go ahead, Phoebe.
Bati oh, Bati. Joseph Panawan, Bati, Bati oh, Bati. So, but on a serious note, we understand all the political stuff going on. I know we raised a lot of issues with welfare issue. And on the issue of CMC, I think I made a point that why political parties have their own agenda, we also cannot be tying and holding political parties and squeezing them to do projects. We should hold the government accountable to live up to the expectations of the people, because that's why the government was elected in the first place. So all our energy should be on pushing the government to deliver the different promises and different expectations of the people so that the people can feel the impact of their taxes. Because there's only one reason that we voted, and that reason is embedded in Article 1 of the Constitution. All free governments are instituted by their authority and for their benefit. So all the issue of the government, the praises we sing, the different defense team we set up, the only reason why is for us to benefit from the government. So we should be pushing the government to deliver on the expectations that people have, as opposed to fighting or beating on political parties for not doing projects. Because at the end of the day, when those parties, when they get elected, they're not going to use their personal money to run the country. They want to use our taxes to run the country. So we shouldn't switch the goalposts. We should keep the focus on the government, and where we support the government, that's the main time is for even focus, push the government more to deliver. Because the government delivers, you that are in the government or you that support the government prolong your stay in power, people give you the mandate. But if it's the other way around, then the government should be kissing the exit door in the short run when the people get up and speak. So we need to look at it from that angle. But I think Liberia is on the verge. We still got a bright future ahead of us, but we just need to put our acts together. I know people call for reconciliation. Let's lead that reconciliation. Let's push the government to live to the expectation. When people are happy, you can easily talk about reconciliation.
Thank you, Phoebe.
Thank you.
Wilfred, let's hear you. Let's close. Wilfred, unmute yourself. Let's close. Wilfred, can you hear me? Go ahead.
Bati, Phoebe, you raised a battle cry. Nobody answered. So let me answer for you. Bati. It was a great show. I want to say thanks to the panelists for the questions. I sat in the hot seat tonight, so I'm thankful to all of you for the concerns. I want to thank the audience, the participants, the commenters, and the Spoon family as a whole. I want to close on this note. The energy the president brings to his job is extremely amazing. For those who really thought otherwise, I'm sure by now they're very shocked. Just a few days ago, he was out of the country on the business of the state. And now he is again on another flight to the United States. The agenda is still the same, Liberia. So this is fantastic. We wish him well, we wish him Godspeed. And I saw the delegation, the listing there. He's taking with him the Director of Police, the Minister of Agriculture. That's a very taxed team, and that's a very strong and serious delegation to accompany the president on his meetings. So Liberia can expect nothing less. We know that he's going to hoist the flag of Liberia once again very high in the United States. So we thank him. We are praying that he returns safely to continue the business of state. And we are sure that like Fubi said, the future of Liberia is bright. We have a very bright future. You know, Dr. Brooklyn, yesteryears, many people were talking about normal days. So it appeared that the best days of Liberia were no longer ahead; they were behind. Today, Liberians are very optimistic about a blistering future. So I agree with you, Fubi. And that future has been cultivated by the president. So I see the tenacity, the devotion, the dedication, the foresight, everything else is breaking to his job. Just for the sake of Liberia, I spoke about the legacy. To me, this is a legacy.
Thank you, Wilfred.
It's a legacy
Wilfred,
project.
thank you.
To be able to leave behind a great country. And every day he speaks about it. Yeah. And let me close on this note. Nothing has been more profound than the cliche coined by the president: love Liberia, think Liberia, and build Liberia. I think that cliche will continue to live for generations and generations to come. That there was a president who motivated and inspired his people about country. So this is about patriotism. This is about love for country.
Thank you, Wilfred.
Power movement, and
thank you, sir.
Community Brown would say, forward ever and backwards never.
Jacob, let's hear you.
Are we looking forward to a more engaging conversation on tomorrow? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wilfred. I mean, not Wilfred, but Jacob, close.
Yeah, it was a nice show. It was a good show. Yeah, we were able to cover a lot of issues. At some point in time, it gets really feisty, which is okay. That's the nature of the program. But again, it's good to be discussing here. Moving from one political party to another is always in line with our democratic right. We are a free democratic society, so we can choose to move. But it's always good for me, you make your move. It's always good. I will always advise a comrade or whatever it is, to make your move and not try to, drag the other party that you're a member of in the mud. That's not necessary at all. For me, like I was with the CDC, but I made the decision to move on. I have precisely no reason to denigrate the CDC or try to create controversy for them. That's not a good thing to do. So I encourage, all of our friends, brothers who want to make the decision to ensure that that's not part of the culture. So yeah, thank you very much for the show. I think all of you have to go. I'll just end at that.
Okay. Thank you, Jacob. Gentlemen, thank you again, Rosemary. Much thanks and appreciation to you from all of us here at Spoon Network. Good night, and God willing, we'll be right here tomorrow, same place, same time.
Good night, Doc.
Good night, Rosemary. Bye-bye.
Rosemary.
Be safe, Rosemary.
Anyway, let me leave that.
Thank you. Bye.
Opiates. I was still opiates. Okay. When did you start taking